What's up, fuckers?
Are we starting?
Yeah, we're fucking starting.
I had no idea.
What do you think the intro playing meant?
I didn't think you got it to work.
Well, we're fucking starting.
I
I don't know if anybody's gonna fucking hear it. Oh, now you want the headphones
Yeah,
up.
just a little bit.
Our whole audio recording equipment just decided, hey,
right.
I'm gonna fucking just be a piece of shit
Let's
today.
have a discussion.
I'm
Alex.
just gonna be a real piece of shit. Go fuck yourself, audio.
No, listen. Let's talk. Why do you get so upset?
Because when shit doesn't work that I pay for, yeah, I want it to work.
Is it that important?
Yeah, it is important.
Is it working now?
Not really, not right.
What do you mean not right?
No,
What's
like
not-
the fucking audio levels are just garbage right now.
Okay, but it's the end of the
Oh,
world.
the whole-
Alex.
yeah,
Is
kind
it,
of.
is
It
it
might
worth
be.
getting
It's a-
this upset about?
I'm a perfectionist. I like the shit that I run to go well.
Alex, there's
and
no
it's
reason,
not right now. So yeah.
There's no reason for you.
Because
Getting
like, oh,
this
you're getting so mad that things aren't working.
Yeah, dude.
You're getting mad that
Robert,
things
was
aren't.
he
Oh, I'm
getting
sorry
upset?
that we all
Get on
came
the
here to
fucking
fucking.
mic,
Like I
Robert.
have two people come here to do a fucking podcast,
understand-
and then the whole equipment's not working.
You
Excuse
act
me.
like I would not be pissed off at you if the equipment wasn't working. I wouldn't blame you.
Well, I'm pissed that there's two people
Robert-
here trying to fucking record a podcast
I
and
know
it's not working.
I know, but Jesus Christ, man, you get so fucking irritated at shit that doesn't matter.
No, it does matter.
No, it
It
does
does
not.
matter. It matters.
No, it does not.
Yes, it
Robert,
does.
was that justified?
I don't think.
I don't think
Well,
Alex,
agree to disagree. I don't
you
care.
got to calm down.
I don't care, but still.
All right.
Still.
This is perfect because I wanted to start the show talking about something very important, and you set it up perfectly.
What?
Matt Patrick died this past weekend on Sunday. I know a lot of our listeners have no idea who that is, but he's a guy who works at the radio station. He had had cancer for 2 years.
Welcome to the podcast. Today we're going to talk about death.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking about death because it's important to me, and I'd been thinking about it all weekend. So we're talking about it, and it has something to do with you right now. He had cancer for 2 years, and it was super sad and everything. His last day on the radio was on Wednesday of last week, and we got the news on Sunday afternoon that he had passed away, and he had left behind a 12-year-old kid, 12-year-old son, Jake. And that's all I've been thinking about, honestly, is that you're smiling at this, Alex?
I'm reading a text
I
message.
hear you. So 12-year-old Jake is now left without a father, and that's all I've been thinking about because I can't imagine 12 years old losing your dad. It's got to be this hardest thing this kid is ever going to have to deal with his entire life. And I was going to talk about this. What I was going to say about it is that Matt and I had gotten into it a couple times, about this, he and I getting into it. And I after he died, it just clicked, man. Like, what we argued about was so unimportant. It had, it was stupid. It was so petty that we were arguing. We were getting so upset about, I'm not even going to go into it because it's not even worth going into. But, you're getting so fucking upset that the podcast isn't working. And there are so many people out there. I know this is serious to start off a podcast, but there's so many people with so many fucking problems. 12-year-old Jake doesn't have a dad anymore. And, you got really fucking upset. Really upset. And dude, chill. We're here to have fun.
You're the guy that gets upset over everything.
I know,
on this
you're right.
podcast.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying now, is that I get into it with Matt about the stupidest fucking things, and we get in, I make pretend like I'm upset about what's the best appetizer and stupid shit like that for the podcast, but you're right. I do get upset about stupid things, like bike riders, for example. I get so fucking pissed off at bike riders. It's not important. It's not important because 58-year-old Matt Patrick died and 12-year-old Jake doesn't have a dad anymore, and that's super depressing to me. It makes my fucking heart hurt, and it's super sad. And it's just all the other shit's not important, man. You think about it, it's just not important. The podcast, it's great.
Podcast is important.
Podcast is important, but nobody's dying. What do they tell you when you work in radio? My first day on the job in radio, it's radio. Nobody's dying. Nothing is on fire. It's okay if you make mistakes. It's okay if something doesn't work.
You report traffic on the radio, right?
I know, Alex.
People die in traffic.
You're not hearing what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you shouldn't get so upset at things that in a big sense don't really mean anything. The audio not working on the podcast, we can get it to work. We can get it to work. What's the worst thing that can happen? We put out a podcast a day late?
No, we don't put podcasts out a day late.
I know, but
everybody's probably got their speakers jacked up as loud as it can go right now. I can barely hear it.
Oh,
so hopefully I can fix this in post. But if you guys are listening right now and you
fine.
can't really hear shit, then that's why. That's
fine.
why, and it's not a big deal according to
I
Chris
guess
if you can't hear anything. So that's
Alex,
cool.
it's a fucking pod. It's not the end of the world. It's not. It's not. And it's just not. It's not worth getting as upset as you got. That's all.
Says Chris.
That's all.
Says Chris.
Says Robert too. Who
Okay,
happened
so
to
two people said that.
Yeah,
That's cool. I don't care.
Let's get some more people in here. Alex, You gotta.
You're not gonna convince me. So I don't care.
I know. I can tell. I can tell.
All right.
So yeah, where have you been?
That's how you fucking start a podcast, I guess.
Great stuff.
Fucking shit.
You want to restart?
No, I don't want to restart. We're gonna fucking just play the same fucking podcast we've already been doing already.
Okay.
Hey you, where you been? 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 Where you gone? Where you gone? Where you been? Where you been? Where you been? Where you been?
All right, go.
Where have I been? Okay. Dog park a lot. Taking Bo to the dog park, which I kind of like. It's kind of therapeutic for me. Bo does his thing. I kind of sit on the bench and watch him play with the other pups. I like watching him play with the other pups.
Did you go with Cole?
No, I went with Cole once last week. But lately Cole's been so busy, and he kind of like comes and goes. So I'm figuring I'm gonna be up there one day, and he'll just be up there because it's his job kind of thing. But no, I went a couple times last week.
You only hang out with Cole and you steal things, right?
Shut the fuck up. Let's put this out to the people. I already asked Robert this. Well, I don't want to.
Oh, okay. You don't want to put any.
Well, I don't want to let our secret out.
Your thievery.
Our genius secret. So listen.
Chris might blow off the crawfish crawl
I'm
this
not
weekend
blowing anything
to
off.
go and steal movies.
So Cole had this. Cole is not good for a lot of things, but he is good for a few things. And good ideas is one of those things. Like this genius of an idea. He goes to half-price bookstores.
I'm sure you guys are the only people to ever think of this.
But you know, this is it's one of those things like Jack. Remember when Jack told us he was doing the thing with his printers at work?
Yes.
I don't know if we're supposed to say anything, but like you don't expect that from Jack. You know what
Continue
I mean?
talking. I have to take this real quick.
Are you serious? Jesus, Robert, get on the mic. So Jack, Christ Almighty, we pissed off Alex. Let's talk about him while he's gone. The fuck, man?
He got mad.
He got mad.
He got really mad.
Was I wrong saying?
No. Like you could have fixed it. You could have spent a little longer. Like he like freaks out.
He went from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
It was an on-off switch. It was a toggle. It was not a fader. It was a toggle. Just. And I said to you, he just went from kind of joking, like joking mad, to actually being mad.
Yeah.
Anyways, I love Alex to death. You know what I mean? One of my best friends. But, and I, you know what I said about our coworker dying. I seriously had those thoughts. Like, you know, we lost a guy, and he was a great guy, super nice guy. And it made me realize, you know, what's important, and some things aren't as important. You know, what we do here is for fun. We know, we do it for shits and giggles kind of thing. If we put out a podcast a day late, it's not the end of the world. It's not. We're not going to put out a podcast. You know, we may start 20 minutes late because we got to fix something, but whatever.
It's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. For somebody who is as zen as Alex, he's fairly, you know, he's kind of hippy dippy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love Alex though. Anyways, what was I saying?
The dog park.
Park.
Your brilliant idea.
Cole's brilliant idea. I was saying something else though. Oh well, Cole's brilliant idea. So Cole has the idea that go to Half Price Books. All good?
Yeah.
Okay. Cole's idea is go to Half Price Books and go to the DVD section, open up the DVD, and you know in the DVD they've got those little codes that you enter on iTunes and you just get the movie online or whatever. What do they call that? Like the digital whatever thing?
Activation code.
Activation code. So Cole has been going. I say to Cole, I was talking to him like yesterday about the Fast and Furious movie because I had a theory about it that eventually came true. I'll have to get back to that. Cole's like, yeah, I got all 7 Fast and Furious movies for free from Barnes & Noble from doing this thing. And I was like, that's fucking genius, man. What? And he's like, I'm like, how do you do it? I said, which Half Price Books do you go to? He's like, I go to all of them. I block out like 4 hours on a Saturday, and I hit every single every single Half Price Books until I got like 30 free movies. And I'm like, that's genius. When are you doing this next? And I was like, I can do it this weekend. And I'm like, bet. We're doing that this weekend.
You said bet?
I did say bet. The black,
it's a very black thing to say.
The black came out of me, and I just said bet.
You were like, bet.
Actually, you know what I said?
I ain't been to Half Price Books in a minute.
What I actually said, I didn't say bet, but it was just as black. I said word to Big Bird. And
that's not black.
That's not black?
That's pretty white sounding.
You think so?
It seems like a white fella would say that.
Word to Big Bird. There you go.
Don't say that.
That's me, half black, half white.
Word to Big Bird.
Word to Big Bird, man. Anyways, so that's what Cole we're gonna do on Saturday. We're gonna hit up the Half Price Books and just get a bunch of free movies. But no, We're gonna go eat crawfish at 4 different places.
Yeah. Guys, I didn't know how much did you discuss? You didn't about the crawfish crawl? None.
We did not mention the crawfish.
So we had some shit fall through last week, and like we just ended up getting our ducks in a row, as they say. And then I also was kind of just like, this is the last week of crawfish season, gang. This is it. The streak ends today, or not today, but like this week. It ends at 20 weeks, and it would be fitting to go out with all of our pals that listen and that are our award-winning podcast listeners that have not quite received any awards yet. But you guys are overdue. You're overdue. So we were going to do a crawfish crawl, and a couple of you guys had said you were down. You can tweet us, let us know, at PassingRatePod, and you can also answers at PassingRatePod.com if you want to RSVP. We are going to go to our top 5 spots we were initially, and we were going to go and get like whatever the minimum, like 1 or 2 pounds, get a beer, and then go to the next one so we could all try like the top crawfish place and kind of assess ourselves, and then you'll see how right I am in my rankings, basically. And I was like, I should probably call all the places so we don't show up there, because now it's harder to find crawfish because some of them are going at it, like some of them are finishing the season early or whatever, but the actual season is still continuing. And so I was like, all right, I'll call. And so the main 4 still have crawfish, or wow. 4 of the 5, 4 of our top 5.
BB's still got crawfish.
BB's definitely does. So LA Fisherman, Blue Water Seafood, BB's Cafe, and Hank's Crawfish. So 1, 2, 4, and 5 do. Bayou City Seafood said they were on their last they had just gotten their last sack and a half delivered today. They did not think it was going to make it to the weekend. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna go to 4 places. We're gonna meet up and we're gonna do that. We're gonna put out a little flyer. We'll put it on our Facebook, and I'll put it on stuff in the show page hopefully if I remember. So keep checking that. And we'll also tweet that out at PassingRatePod and follow us on Facebook and everything like that too. And we'll go and we'll hang out with you fools and we'll get some crowd ads and we'll celebrate the streak the best way it should be. And then I've been looking at plaques lately. Oh, God. We're gonna have to take a plaque to somebody.
A plaque? Yeah,
it's gonna say they're the number 1 crawfish, best rated crawfish in Houston according to Passing Rate Podcast. They're gonna hang that up in a room. You would hang that up in your restaurant if anybody came in and said you were the best.
I guess, yeah.
That's how it works.
That's how it works. Yeah, so dog park. I remember, first time I went to the dog park with Cole, I was really worried because Bo, you know how Bo is. He's fucking crazy as hell and runs all over the place. That's what they do at the dog park, obviously. But he'll go up to strangers and kind of mess with strangers a little bit. Uh-huh. And I was getting a little worried because he was really dirty and he was rubbing up against people. And the lady, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, he's getting all over you. He's like, oh, no, the lady was like, oh, no, it's fine. You come to the dog park, you expect to get dirty.
There's two different
kinds of fucking people. Because I experienced that lady.
Oh my God, helicopter dog parent.
Oh my God, I experienced that lady who was like, oh, she's literally said the words, if you don't come to the dog park expecting to get dirty, you're doing it the wrong way. So I was like, you know what, you're right. I'm not going to worry about Bo anymore. It's a fucking dog park.
I love the people they're wear white pants and then a dog jumps out that just got out of the mud.
Oh
my God!
And a couple days later, I'm taking Bo to the dog park, and the lady says something. She's like, "Is this your dog?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." And he's like, "He's just rubbed." She was sitting at a bench. She's just rubbed up against my leg, and he's wet. I'm like, "Oh, well, he was in that water over there."
Yeah, probably from the water.
He's like, "Most people bring a towel." I'm like. Well, I should have saved this for not cool. I was like, I did bring a towel, but I didn't think it'd be very convenient of me to dry him off and then have him get back in the water and then for me to dry him off again and then get back.
They're dogs. They go back and forth.
Yeah, they're going to do the same thing. And she's like, oh. And she just kind of fucking walked away.
Dude, when I had Felicia, I just learned that you just don't take shit from people at the dog park. There are the people like that lady. It's like, oh, you get dirty at a dog park. But all you got to do is, but I don't know. You're at a dog park, and you just justify well, that's a dog park for you. Yeah. And if they're gonna get mad at that, then they look like the asshole. That's a dog park. I'm sorry, right?
I don't understand.
You want me to take it back? You want me to wipe your leg off?
Dog park. It's not just dog park. I don't understand adults who have an unhealthy fear or they're just insanely uncomfortable around dogs. They see me walking and I tell from 20 yards away, immediately they start clutching their pearls and they're just freaking oh my God.
People in my apartment complex do that a lot.
What is wrong with you? Bo is not 30 pounds.
And it's also it's a difference if the dog's yanking the leash, trying to bite people and shit like that. If he's just sniffing, taking a piss, don't worry about it. It's gonna
be fine. If a dog, they don't like my dog sniffing your dog's asshole kind of thing.
It's
can't the dog say hello? Whenever I see somebody walking a dog, obviously the two dogs want to, you know, say hello to each other. I always say, all right, go say hi kind of thing. But other people are like, oh, no, don't go near that dog. Kind of like, I don't know what that dog's
I like when they do
it's
that.
Probably Bo's,
did he tell you he didn't like that?
It's probably
he told
Bo's
you that?
gigantic ball sack, and they think they're going to impregnate their dog or something like that. But,
I don't know if that's it.
Oh, I don't know. It could be.
Do you get any talking tos about having him not fixed?
Not yet. Is that a thing?
Oh, yeah, dude. There's
Is
a
it
whole
really?
group of people. A whole group of people.
Well, the vet told me to wait until he's about a year old.
Yeah, no,
he's going to be a year
fine.
old in
And you can
August.
argue that too. You can tell them that, but like, there's always like the people like, you know, you need to get him fixed, and it's like, oh, really? Because he doesn't really escape, so he's not gonna go like fuck a stray or anything. So I can kind of watch his procreation habits if I feel like doing so. You know, like I don't feel like it's my choice. How about you go fuck off and don't tell me how to live my life?
If your dog is fixed, why do you have to worry about my dog getting fixed? It's not like
It's like you're on birth control, basically.
Yeah, it's not like my dog is gonna get your dog pregnant.
She's on birth
you don't
control.
Have to worry about
she
that
can't get pregnant
because your dog is fixed. But anyways, I digress. So yeah, two different types of dog park people. I kind of hate them both because the nice dog people, like you know the
they're
ones
too nice sometimes.
They're too nice. You know what
you
I mean?
gotta have an even medium.
That's why I could not work. The worst job I ever had was Petco because I said it before. I love it. I like dogs. Dogs are great, but the people who love dogs, those people are absolutely batshit crazy to me. Robert, you got any thoughts? Nope. Nope.
Sorry, I gotta get it here.
No, that's fine.
It's been a rough start to the podcast.
It has been a rough start. You calm down just a little bit?
I've been drinking to get away from it. Is that where you're where you've been?
Where else have I been? I've just been working a lot. A lot of people are out of town for vacation.
For vacay.
For vacay, as they say. You going on any summer vacay?
Motherfucker, I got no money. I spent it all on crawfish.
Exactly, right? Jesus. You should fucking tally how much money
I want it to next year. Next year, if I do anything like this, I should. I've tried to calculate my weight.
Half the times you ask me to go get crawfish, I just can't because I can't afford to get crawfish every fucking week.
It's not about whether you can afford it. It's about if you got the drive. And a lot of times, my bank account doesn't quite add up to getting crawfish, but my stomach does.
We have to figure out what Alex's next obsession is going to be.
But it's going to be barbecue.
I don't think so.
Barbecue, Big Brother, and football. I would say in that exact order.
In that exact order. No, but it's got to be something like, you know, like the OJ thing, like something that doesn't happen every year, but just happened upon him. And I like to consider Harambe because there was like a week where you wouldn't shut the fuck up about Harambe.
I was not like over the top. I would just like mention him.
You would mention him and you would like send shit.
And I was never like obsessed. Like I didn't just talk Harambe just to talk Harambe.
No.
I would find a way to like mention it if a gorilla came up. I still do. Like I shot a couple of things at the Cincinnati Zoo. They were like, oh, he likes to take his time to relax. I'm like, well, Harambe likes to relax, but you killed him, so he can't. Mm-hmm. And the Cincinnati Zoo doesn't really like that. But if you go follow like if you aren't already following the Cincinnati Zoo, just do that and click the replies because it's the funniest shit ever. Yeah. Like it's not just me. There's hundreds of people. They're like, well, you know, Harambe did too, and there's this new like hippo that they're trying to push out called Fiona. And it's a pretty cute hippo. I'm not gonna but I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty cute hippo. But it's just like, dude, you're just trying to make us forget about Harambe, and I'm not gonna let that happen.
Wow.
So yeah. So is this my turn to go on where you been?
Big Brother live feeds.
That's one of the where you been's I've been doing. Yeah, watching a lot of that, hours probably. And it's nice to have like I'll be playing Xbox, and you just got the iPad open with the quad view, the 4 screens up there.
What are you playing on Xbox these days?
GTA, bro. Just, you know, running some drug cartels, running some guns.
Nice. Oh, you're doing the online deal.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
I'm still waiting on Red Dead Redemption, man. God, I can't wait for that.
I think Robert was saying it got pushed back, right?
Yeah, it got delayed till next year. It's supposed to come out late.
It's supposed to come out in spring of this year, right?
Yeah, like late this year, I think, but it got pushed
Or
back.
no, spring of next year, I thought.
No, it's supposed to come out this year, but it got pushed back to next year. Spring, I think, next year.
Damn it.
Wow.
It's like I'm waiting on a good video game. I can't.
Grand Theft Auto, bro. Play
Madden,
online
I guess,
with
is
me.
coming out next
Play
month.
online. We can run drugs, bro.
No,
We're cartel leaders, dude.
It's like there's a Dragon Ball Z video game coming out, and I'm totally looking forward to.
Nerd.
You can give me shit for that.
Nerd.
But man, that Dragon Ball Z video game looks so fucking great.
Okay.
I guess Madden is coming out next month. I'll get that and play that.
Yeah, I guess NCAA football would have come out.
Who's going to be on the cover of that? I guess Brady. That's
Brady is the GOAT. Mm-hmm. So, all right. Is that yours?
Yeah, go ahead.
I see Bobby Jokes had some where you been's as well.
Oh,
Bobby Jokes is adding to the prep sheet this week.
What? Actually watched Big Brother this week?
Yeah, I
know.
Okay, so my family has been in Mexico for the past the whole last week they were in Mexico.
Nice.
Legally or illegally?
Shut the fuck up, Alex.
I'm just kidding.
We're in
I
Mexico.
plead the 5th.
We're in Mexico.
San Luis Potosí.
Oh.
What was that?
San Luis Potosí.
Where is that?
Alright.
As in relation to like Cozumel or something.
It's like in the middle. It's like in the middle.
Okay, thank you.
Anyway,
Does it translate to any fun English word?
No.
Okay. I don't know.
Glove. Go ahead.
St.
Like,
Louis.
they have like El
Potosí.
Paso. They have the Paso, you know, like, right? That's Spanish to English.
The pass.
San Diego. San Diego means whale's vagina.
I had somebody talking to me about you teaching me narando,
Mm-hmm.
and so like I feel like we should make it like a regular like either like weekly or monthly segment where it's just Spanish with Robert, and he teaches us some words.
Okay, I like it.
So El Paso is the pass now.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
The pass.
all right, as you were.
And so they came back Friday and got here Saturday. Went over there to Waller where they were dropped off, and we had a belated 4th of July barbecue.
dropped off like in a
Wait
truck?
a second. Wait a second. Where were you now?
In Waller.
In Waller?
Yes.
Texas? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Where is Waller, Texas?
It's about 45 minutes away from here.
Okay.
But when you say dropped off, like what do you mean?
Because they went with my cousins, and so they didn't drop off my mom at our place. They went over there. So I had to go
Okay.
pick her up from there. And we had a belated 4th of July barbecue.
Like you're not talking about coyotes, right? All right, just making sure. Trump's America. We want to make sure he's good.
Christ,
We're good.
Alex.
Our podcast is clean.
Okay, go ahead, Robert.
And,
Illegal Robert.
and I also want to go see SpiderMan Homecoming.
Oh, how was
Thursday.
it?
I really liked it.
Did you
How
take a date?
hot is Marissa Tomei in that
Yeah.
movie?
She's good.
Yeah.
Marissa Tomei, also in My Cousin Vinny.
I heard that this is like maybe the best Spider-Man.
That's what I heard too.
Probably the best.
Really?
Better than
Better than
Tobey
Tobey
Maguire?
I don't know. I really liked the first two Tobey Maguire.
Better than
Hell
Upside
yeah.
Down Spider-Man kissing
Right?
what's her face?
Kirsten Dunst.
There was something like
Kristen
that
or
in this
Kirsten?
one.
Oh, really?
Is it
Yeah.
Kristen or Kirsten?
I don't know. When
Kristen.
you have a name like that, we don't get to. She doesn't get to pick.
It's definitely Dunst. She has a weird fucking name. First off, it's
Like Dunst?
Dunst or Dunst or
Dunst,
or
I think.
Dust. Like the fuck. And then Kirsten or Kristen. It's spelled so stupid. It could be so simple if it was just Kristen Dunst. Can it just be Kristen Dunst?
That's what it is from now on.
That's what it is from now on. Kristen.
I thought that's what it was.
Dunst.
No, it's Kirsten Dunst.
What if it's not and you're just assuming that's what it is?
I don't fucking know. She's weird anyway. She's got weird teeth.
She was hot in that movie.
Was she?
Oh, yeah, in the rain when she's making out with Spider-Man. Hell
The
yeah.
only thing I didn't like about the original Spider-Man was the fact that they were 28 years old playing high school kids.
Yeah.
That's like every movie, though.
No, not like this one. Because, like, especially the scene where they're on the bus and he's being bullied by the bully who's fucking 6'2" and weighs 280. That dude is giant. There's no way that kid is a senior in
I
high
just
school.
remember that shit, like...
And then James Franco, I'm not
when I saw
buying
shit
him.
like that where I was like, there's no way I wouldn't... Like, I would be the worst superhero ever. Like, if you were, like, bullying me on the bus, like, watch this.
Here's
Just
the
webbed
thing.
you and threw you out the fucking bus window. Now you're dead. Ha
James
ha.
Franco played a senior in high school in Freaks and Geeks, right?
Yeah.
That was like in 95, 6, 7. And then
doesn't
6
age.
years
I mean,
later...
he doesn't really look
6
that much
years
older.
later, he's playing the same exact character? That's weird. Anyways, Robert, Homecoming...
Beverly Hill 90210, they were like
Ooh, that
30.
super hot mulatto chick. God damn it, what's
Is
her name?
mulatto offensive?
Zendaya.
Oh, yeah.
She's smoking, huh?
Eh.
Eh?
Eh.
Eh?
Eh.
Better?
All Chris wants to do is just, sexualize women on this podcast.
just
And I think
saying.
Robert and I, we got to put our foot down right here. And just like, we don't look at women as objects. They're equals, right?
Marissa-
We're
Right.
fighting against the wage gap.
Marissa
We're
To-
fighting for equality for all.
Marissa Tomei has aged gracefully, though. She is one... How old is she? Look up how old she is. I bet you she's 50. If she's 50, I'm going to lose my shit. 'cause
Robert,
that is
continue
one
your story.
hot 50-year-old.
So yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming, it was good. I really liked it. It managed, there was actual suspense in there where I felt like the stakes actually mattered.
Who was the bad guy?
Michael Keaton?
She's 52.
What?
Michael Keaton was the bad guy?
Yeah.
So he goes from like good guy in Batman to bad guy in Spider-Man.
I hear he
What?
plays the Vulture,
The
which I
Vulture.
think is ironic
The
since he
Birdman.
played Birdman.
Birdman.
And Batman.
And Batman. Wow.
Which was, I thought, ironic for Birdman because I thought that they were just trying to make a loose reference to Batman because his career kind
you
of
ever
really
see
didn't do
Birdman?
much after that. Yeah. Saw it in the theaters.
Is it good?
I saw it because I thought Zach Galifianakis was like a super main part in it. And I was like, I'm always down for Zach Galifianakis. And he was like a supporting actor. But like it was a really good shot. Like a really good like movie that was done in like all one shot and everything like that.
It popped up on HBO a lot.
It's pretty dope. Have you seen it?
No, I've not seen it.
Yeah, I'd watch it. It's definitely worth a watch.
Did it win Best Picture?
Yeah.
It did?
It did, because I was super stoked that, like, that one, I was like, I saw that one this year. I never see the movie that, like, wins unless I, like, go out of my way to do it.
I made a point, for some reason, I got so caught up in the Oscars, and I made a point to watch all those movies. And you said you did too, but I just read the Wikipedia page.
Same thing. Same thing. Saved a lot of time.
Anyways, go ahead.
So, all right, how many ladles of gravy
God
would you
forbid
give
your
Spider-Man Homecoming
DVD player doesn't
out of
work.
5?
I'll go 4.75.
Wow.
4.75.
What's the original one
Ooh.
get, though? It's got to have a special... I saw the original one like 6 times in the theater.
What was the one with the black Spider-Man?
Spider-Man 3.
That was Spider-Man 3.
S3.
That was with, what's his name from 70 Show?
Ashton Kutcher.
No, Eric.
Topher.
Topher Grace.
Yeah, Topher Grace. What a fag, by the way. Anybody named Christopher who, I'm going to go by Topher. Fuck you.
I think he's edgy, bro.
Oh, fuck you. It is my alter ego, though.
All right. And then I see you went to a barbecue.
That
Was the okay.
Yeah.
It was a belated 4th barbecue. There we go.
What is it? Oh, what? I went to an all-male strip club. Robert.
Robert.
Whoa. What are you going to
What?
an
Man,
all-male
I
strip
didn't even
club
see that on the
for?
prep sheet,
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
Wow.
All right.
So
well,
a
tuition's there.
little behind the curtain for those of you guys, we make a Google document every week, and we kind of just put out like the segments we do and a little bit of like, stuff that way, like when Chris and Robert walk in, they're not as 100% blindsided by like, oh, Alex is talking about that. I didn't know anything about that. So they can kind of, like, we're always kind of on the same page. It makes it a little bit easier.
But
and Robert has never, like, asked to be shared on it. And, like, I didn't want to, like, add, like, I make it seem like there's one more thing of homework. And he's like, hey, will you share the prep sheet today? I was like, thanks, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Of course I will. Anytime.
If you want an extra peek behind the curtain, after Alex makes the prep sheet and we all sit down and he rewrites the
I do
entire
rewrite it because
prep
I'm
sheet
weird. And I feel like I don't know why.
in his notepad.
I like having stuff physically
I know.
written down, but like when I would study for stuff in college and everything, like I would rewrite my notes down.
No, that
Like,
makes sense because you regurgitate it and you
And so I feel
remember
like
it a
me
little
doing
bit.
that when I
get
like,
it.
and sometimes like it sounds really stupid. But like if I have like one thing that I'm gonna mention in like a topic, I'll be like write that down like 2 or 3 times in my notebook, and then like when we come back at that, and sometimes I don't have the screen up on my computer, and if we're in the middle of talking about it, I can just look over there. Doesn't really help. I don't know. It probably wastes a lot of time, but I feel
No,
like
that's fine.
I'm more productive doing that.
Absolutely. Whatever works for you, buddy.
All right, so my where you been? First off, recording a bonus podcast, huh? We have a bonus. This is a double episode week, gang. This is the second one of the double episode week that you're listening to. I don't know if you already know this, but on Monday, talked to NFL.com and Sports Talk 790's Lance Zerline.
Sports Talk 790 for another week.
Well, I'm still gonna count him as that. Like that's
Yeah,
where I
yeah,
know him
absolutely,
best.
sure.
Like I think, and in my opinion, Lance is the best sports talk
Did you guys talk about that at all?
host in Houston. We didn't really talk. We talked about him like heading out, kind of, and like he said he was excited to like not have to wake up so early,
Yeah.
which I would assume everybody would be.
Absolutely.
Like,
God
it's a
almighty.
brutal shift.
I had to wake up this morning. I had to be at work at 4. What time did you have to wake up, Robert?
No, I just had to wake up. Robert just had to
Fuck
wake up.
you.
He had to just make sure he didn't die.
I had to
in
put
his sleep.
pants on this morning.
It was awful.
I had to be at work at 4, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I can't believe I did this for 2 years.
But if y'all haven't checked out the episode with Lance Zerline 183, hopefully you have. Go, listen to that. Maybe shoot Lance a tweet. Let him know that my Mount Rushmore was better than his. Mount Rushmore Gordons. That was a tough one. There's not a lot of Gordons. And when you guys hear our Mount Rushmore this week, I think I've gone like back to back Mount Rushmore difficult ones. Like the difficulties of these Mount Rushmores to come up with are not easy this week.
Okay.
But that's Mount Rushmore season. We're gonna rise to the challenge. So go listen to that episode, the bonus episode with Lance Zerline. That was pretty fun. I had a lot of fun talking to him. We went about hour and 45 minutes, close to like 2 hours. It was a lot of fun. I hope Lance enjoyed it as much as I did. Then I also kept the crawfish streak going at 19 weeks. Went to Crawfish Cafe. And the best part about that was that, like, it was in an Asian mall. Now, Asian mall, you're like, what does that mean? Like, why? What is that? What's the difference? It's a mall that's just Asian, like the most Asian mall. It's called Hong Kong City Mall. Pretty Asian sounding. And you
All right,
walk
so
in, there's like an
so-
Asian market when you first walk in, and it
Hold
looked
on.
like an old mall that they had just kind of redone.
I got to ask you. So at the Black Mall, Chris Rock famously says, you go to the Black Mall, you'll find nothing but, like, shoe stores and baby clothes.
Right.
Is there like a constant at the Asian mall? Like something like, wow, why do they have so many of this? Why do they have so many of this? Like jewelry or something?
There was a lot of jewelry, but that's kind of like every mall though.
Yeah,
like,
but
most malls have a lot of jewelry.
I remember at Sharpstown, when Sharpstown was Sharpstown, you'd go there in like the first.
That was a white mall, right?
I think so. All the Jews.
I played hockey in Sharpstown. It was a white area of town.
The funny thing about Sharpstown is that like an old Jewish man bought that mall and then turned it into like a Mexican flea market. That's
but it used to be like the biggest mall like in Houston. That was the nicest part of town. Yeah. And then like I don't know. It's just that's like Sharpstown's a melting pot, and over the years it's just changed. You know, like, that's what happens.
Awful. I got to drive through it like on 59 when I go to my parents' house from here, and it's just I hate Sharpstown. But anyways, at Sharpstown you would go.
Remember when like you listened to the new Jay-Z song?
No.
Story of OJ.
I mean, yeah.
He's like, I could have bought the Dumbo before it was Dumbo for like $2 million, and now it's worth $250 million. How you think I feel now, Dumbo? And I bet the guy that bought Sharpstown feels the opposite.
Exactly.
And that was how I referenced a Jay-Z.
You go to Sharpstown, all like that's where Johnny Dang was, who made all the rappers' grills, and he was Asian, obviously. Like
now he's somewhere. Richmond right here.
I think so.
He just moved.
That like the first floor was all jewelry and they were all owned by Asians, so that's why I thought,
they did have jewelry there, but like not like
insane
overly. I mean, I wasn't like, I don't know. We did probably kind of look. They had like an Asian market though, and it reminded me of that Ranch 99 place, the old Fiesta that we went to get L.A. crawfish, the really bad gray crawfish. Yeah. And so I was hesitant already walking in. I was like, these better not be fucking gray crawfish. But I really wanted to buy one of those robes, the Asian robes. They were so like silky and nice,
saffron robe?
But they're so expensive. And
really?
I was just like not down to do that. And my girlfriend said it was like almost $100 for one. And I was like, am I gonna wear it? I don't know. You want to do a bunch of porn shoots? Because then I could like wear it in between shots. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not a robe guy. I wish I was a robe guy. I feel like
I'm a robe
being
guy.
a robe guy makes you like, but like, do you walk around the house in just a robe all the time? Like on the reg? Okay.
Yep.
Like, I want to be that guy. I wish I could.
I'll go to fucking CVS in a robe.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'll put sweatpants.
You're just an animal now. That.
Dude, no. You know who I draw my inspiration from?
The dude.
Absolutely. Goddamn.
Yeah. I mean, but he's the only guy that can pull that off.
I saw that movie and I was like, I want a robe and I want it now.
And I want.
It's so comfortable. It's so comfortable. It's
insanely comfortable. On a cardigan sweater to wear under it as well.
Exactly.
But yeah, so went to this Asian mall, Hong Kong City Mall. Got the Crawfish Cafe. They were pretty dope. I think they were a top 10. I put the updated power rankings on our stuff from the show list. Our stuff from the show page, excuse me. But yeah, they weighed in at number 8. Wow. Not bad. 8 out of 18. I think I'm going to have to try and hit up like Friday and then maybe one other time this week. I don't know. Maybe I'll do one. Maybe I'll go Friday. Then we'll do the crawfish crawl. Then on Sunday, I'll do one more and get 21 because I want to have 20 in our rankings.
Stupid.
I want to say that I've been to 20 different places.
You are stupid.
I just want to say I've been to 20. Like, it's a nice, even number. If I'm going to be at 19, that's not really fair to the people, I feel like. So that's what I'm going to do. Also, watched UFC 213 on Saturday. That was fun. Now, we were going to have people over. No one ended up coming over. It just kind of, well, because like, there were a couple of people that were like.
Who did you invite?
I invited like a couple of people.
Feel bad.
No, but like I invited a couple of people, and then like when several people bailed, I was like, yeah, we're just not going to have people over.
God, I'll never forget. My friend was having a Super Bowl party like in high school, and like I remember watching the Super Bowl at somebody else's house, and I was looking around like, you guys were all invited to so-and-so's house, right? Like, yeah. Like, nobody fucking went to his goddamn Super Bowl party. Ooh. And we felt so bad. He's probably there all by himself.
Honestly, it's not that bad, though. I was like scoring fight. No, I was. I got like more into it, I feel like, because I wasn't talking to other people. But I was like scoring the fights on my own, and I got pretty good at scoring UFC fights, guys. I'm not a pro by any stretch. What a nerd. But whoa. But yeah, it was good. It was the main event was supposed to be Amanda Nunes and Valentina Shevchenko. Nunes, the next Rousey, if you ask me, in women's MMA. But she pulled out. She had like sinusitis, which was like a signage blockage, like day of. Had to back out of the fight. So Yoel Romero, who's one of my favorite fighters, was fighting Robert Whittaker for the interim middleweight title, and Robert Whittaker won by decision after 5 rounds. I thought that he was deservingly so. I think he won clearly 3 of the 5 rounds. Yoel Romero's just, he's like Robert, come look at this dude. Does this guy not look like a specimen of an MMA? Like, this guy looks like a monster. Like he is the scariest looking dude in the UFC, if you ask me. But like it was a pretty solid card, despite the main event getting kind of pulled off. Fabricio Verdum and Alistair Overeem fought, and Anthony Pettis fought Jim Miller. That was a pretty solid one. And Ronda Rousey's fiance lost again, so they've had a pretty awful streak since they've been together. And what like that was a fun card to watch. But what I got really excited for is all the promos that they were playing for UFC 214. They're gonna have 3 title fights on one UFC card later on this month on the 29th. Mm-hmm. So you gotta come over and watch that one since you didn't come over for this one. Mm-hmm. That'll be fun. You got Chris Cyborg, the scary looking lady fighter that they
her name is Cyborg.
Well, Chris Cyborg is her fighting name.
I gotcha.
But yeah, she had like failed drug tests. They wouldn't let her fight in the UFC, and now she's finally in the UFC fighting for a featherweight title bout. And Tyron Woodley's going to defend his title against Damian Maia, and then Daniel Cormier against John Bones Jones. 3 fucking fights that could be, all of those have potential to be just like all year fights. So like those are that's a pretty strong card. And then Cowboy Cerrone and Robbie Lawler are going to fight in the undercard. It's going to be pretty great. So I've done that. I've watched a lot of Big Brother. I hung out at Little Woodrow's on Sunday for work. So they told me to go to this bar to promote the Gold Cup soccer, and I was like, oh, USA must be playing. You know what game I was promoting? I was promoting like trying to get people to go watch the Mexico El Salvador game at 8:00 on a Sunday.
Yeah, you texted
the Sunday
me
that's like the weekend after
the 4th of July.
Everybody took off all last week. So like obviously everybody's getting ready for work on Monday. Great time to go to a bar.
You texted
but
me
I don't
on
care. I
Sunday
showed up and it was
night
fun.
And said, come to Little Woodrow's. It was just down the street from here. Probably could have walked there.
Oh, you didn't though? That's weird.
No, hell no, dude. It was fucking Sunday. I had to be at work at 4 a.m. the next day. Or at 6 a.m. the next day.
I had to be at work earlier than you.
Yeah,
That's
so.
Weird.
You're stupider. And you got paid to be there. I would have gone there had I was getting paid.
They do have good wings at Little Woodrow's. I'll recommend the wings.
We used to go to Little Woodrow's when we closed up the RCC. It was always a good time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Not that Little Woodrow's, but another.
Yeah, there's a different one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that's where you've been then, huh? Let me tell you guys quickly about what do you want to do? Blue Apron or MeUndies, huh? Chris?
Let's hear about the underwear.
All right. MeUndies, guys. Elevate your underwear game with MeUndies. You perfected your wardrobe, but what about the stuff that not everybody gets to see? If you've been settling for store-bought 5-packs, I've got something that can change your life for the better. I'm talking about MeUndies. What's the first thing that you put on and the last thing you take off every day? It's your underwear, Chris. Make your most important piece of clothing the best that it can be with MeUndies. What is MeUndies? Well, it's just seriously soft, feel-good undies that are delivered right to your door. MeUndies are designed in LA and made from sustainably sourced micromodal, a fabric that's 3 times softer than cotton. And if you're not ready for a subscription, that's okay. You can still save. That's because MeUndies is offering you 20% off your first order when you go to MeUndies.com/podcast. So go ahead, revamp your underwear drawer. You deserve it. Once again, that's MeUndies.com/podcast. MeUndies.com/podcast. And also, it's Amazon Prime Day, actually. So if you're listening to this on Wednesday, then you missed it. But if you were like, damn it, I should have bought that on Amazon Prime Day, you can still buy it. All you gotta do is go not directly to Amazon, go to PassGradePod.com, use our Amazon banner, and then just do your shopping from there. They just want to know we created a tiny little kickback. You can give back to your favorite podcast without actually having to give us money yourself. If you're buying the shit you were normally gonna buy on Amazon anyways, they just give us a teeny tiny little kickback. Helps put a little bit of wind in the sails of your favorite pirate ship, and it helps keep us going. We don't pocket any of that cash. We put it all. Well, Robert pockets a little bit of it because we got to pay him a salary now. He's a little high maintenance, but we pay Robert off, and we pay for the web hosting and the server space. So the podcast is free, basically. So you're helping your podcast. Amazon banner at PassTheGravyPod.com. All right, let's get into Comeback Kid of the Week / our Mount Rushmore.
Because I got a certain ugly cunt that I want to talk about this week.
Whoa.
And I think you know who I'm
Them's
talking
fighting
about.
words.
Them's is fighting words.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the Week. The Comeback Kid of the Week. Bitch.
God, that reminds me of like the Bill
pretty
Cosby
good one.
opening or something. I don't know what it reminds me of.
Well, the Jello and the Jigglers.
Jesus.
No? That was pretty.
Every
pretty.
time somebody says Cosby, you gotta do that.
Jello.
And the Jello.
It reminds me of Michael, remember? And that guy was the Cos. The Cos with
Cos.
the Jello.
Yes.
I'm imitating Michael Scott as opposed to the Cosby Show, really. So, all right, comeback kids.
I want my baby back home. Chili.
Who was that? Was it Tim?
That was Tim Meadows.
Tim Meadows, yeah.
He was in Houston last week.
Really?
Oh yeah, he was on
Nice.
Channel 26.
Didn't come on Past the Gravy.
Nope.
Weird. Tim.
Sure didn't.
Maybe next time.
He
you're in
was
town.
so goddamn funny in Mean Girls. He was probably.
Yeah.
He was so funny.
Sneaky funny.
He has one of the funniest lines in Mean Girls. He goes, "Is there a caddy here?" And she's like, "It's pronounced Katie." He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I got a nephew named Anthony, and I know how mad he gets when I call him Anthony. As mad as I get when I think about the fact that my sister named my kid Anthony." That's one of the funniest fucking lines in that movie, and it's a funny movie. Sneaky funny is right.
Yeah.
Tim Meadows. He was great on Saturday
Mean Girls
Night Live.
is not. Mean Girls isn't a sneaky funny movie. Mean Girls is
Mean
an
Girls,
all-time funny movie.
all
but
time
like,
fucking hilarious.
but yeah, Tim Meadows is
God, that
sneaky
movie
funny
is
in that
great.
funny or in that movie. All right, comeback kid of the week. Let's lead it off with. Speaking of leading off, right? This is ironic. It's All Stars and home runs. We got All-Star game going down.
Tonight's skis.
Yeah, it's gonna be tonight. So last night when you're listening on Wednesday. But yeah, it's down in Miami, so that's fun. So I mean, I feel like that goes hand in hand with also what's back, which is Pitbull and Will Smith. And basically, did you see Pitbull last night?
No.
At the Home Run Derby.
Oh no, was he there?
Just
with
go look on your phone. Go Pitbull Home Run Derby and just look at the outfit he was wearing. Because you know, like they always.
Was it a suit? Was it a tuxedo?
Robert, did you watch the Home Run Derby?
I did, but I didn't see him on there.
Okay, so he like sang before it. And,
Did he sing?
Yeah.
Or did other people?
I
sing?
think he sang.
Okay.
But he like they give you that jersey and they're doing those batting practice jerseys. It's like National American League, but since he's from Miami, he obviously was rocking the 305, the area code, and
Oh my.
it was a little tight. It was
was
like he
a
got a
little tight.
medium. Like he had to ask for like a medium. And he's wearing his like really tight pants, his white
fucking
tight pants.
Jesus.
That's all Pitbull wears though. So like I'm not upset. He wears those are the
That's
capris.
not true. He also wears the
guy
tuxedo.
capris.
He wears a tuxedo.
Well, but yeah, when he's
everywhere
not
he goes.
dressed up like that.
Yeah.
But so he have you seen this, Robert? Have you looking?
Oh, sorry.
At this, so, like it's like the tightest fucking shirt ever.
And just the whitest pants you ever
But
saw.
like also Pitbull's like the skinniest fat guy I know. I don't know him, but like I've seen. Like
How
he's
old
like
is
in
Pitbull?
shape, but like he's got like a belly too. So it's
Yeah.
just like he's got everything.
How old is Pitbull?
I don't know.
Let's see. Let's play a
He's in
game.
it-
Robert, how old do you think Pitbull is?
34.
You think he's 34? I think
I bet he's like 30, 33.
he's got to be 40. He's got to be
33.
north of 40, I think.
32, 33.
I think he's north of 40.
What's the answer?
The answer is 36.
36. Robert
I thought he was older.
is the winner.
I thought he was one of those guys that is just older than they look.
One of those guys who's just older.
Can we turn this awful rap music off?
No. No, we can't.
Okay.
Don't talk about Willennium like this.
Millennium. Will I am.
Benito Ami Ami. What does that mean? What does that mean, Robert?
I don't know. I don't know what they're speaking. Like,
They're probably
it's not
speaking
Spanish.
Cuban. They're probably speaking. He can't hear.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't have headphones
Oh,
on. Forgot about that. All right, well, that ruined that joke. Didn't
Yeah,
it?
no kidding.
If they were saying in Spanish, it'd be
Welcome to Miami.
Bienvenido a Miami.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
It
Right,
sounds like
I think.
Bienvenido or whatever it is. I don't know.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
I heard Alex say it on the show. I'm like, what is he saying?
Benvenido. Oh, so I didn't say it right?
No, you didn't. If
Oh,
you,
well.
well, I hadn't heard the song, so maybe you were saying it right.
I probably
Anyways,
was
what
not.
else is back, Alex?
Well, obviously not this song.
No, a little bit.
I mean, I think it should be. It's a pretty great song. And if anybody that hated Will Smith as a kid, and said, or you say you hated Will Smith as a kid, I think you're lying because Will Smith was like the best thing when you
Fresh
were growing
Prince
up.
of Bel-Air was my favorite show.
His music was dope then too. Aaron Judge also back. We're gonna stay with baseball. He won the home run derby. Hit 47 total home runs. Didn't even look like he was really like that worn out doing it. He was behind at one point, like by 20 home runs, and just went and crushed it.
You see the
Like,
picture of him
wasn't even
standing
that
next to
bad.
Altuve?
Yeah, everybody's
God,
seen that
okay.
picture. Oh, you see the Altuve is really small, and Aaron Judge is really tall. How crazy is the height difference? And that they do that like every.
What a dick, this guy.
I'm not being a dick to you. I'm not being a dick to you.
know what?
I'm just
Fuck
saying,
you.
like, no.
Fuck you.
When the Astros played the Yankees, that
goddamn
picture got shared by like every
podcast.
fucking publication ever, and it was
Yeah.
funny. And it was just
Yeah.
like, oh,
Okay.
you guys seen this?
Okay.
Did you guys know Judge is really tall?
Fuck you, Alex.
All right. Yeah, Aaron Judge is the home run derby champion. That's all anybody can seem to talk about. He's gonna be rookie of the year in baseball. So it's Mount Rushmore season. Why not do a Mount Rushmore of judges now?
We're doing this now?
Yeah, it's because we're talking about Aaron Judge, which is
Ah,
why we're doing the Mount Rushmore of judges, including him, I guess. Now, I did the Mount Rushmore earlier in the week with Lance as a snake draft. fantasy football style, where Lance went, then I went, then I went, then Lance went. Do you guys don't seem like I tried to run this by the gang before we recorded, and they both kind of just seemed very upset. They're like, how dare I possibly make sure that we don't have like duplicate answers on our Mount Rushmores, so it's a more interesting podcast. Now, am I getting vetoed again? Like, we're gonna put it out there in front of everybody. Are we just gonna have a list of 4 that we're gonna go at, or are we gonna do a snake draft here, guys? I want everybody to vote. I vote snake draft.
I vote we stand by our 4.
I think I go.
All right. Well, just get ready to get slayed, guys. So, Robert, why don't you go first?
All right. Well, I got the obvious Judge Judy.
Judge Judy. Ooh, you can't. Are we doing duplicates? Are we doing duplicates?
Nope, we're not doing
All right.
duplicates.
I have Judge Hatchet.
Who is that?
She's also another TV judge.
Okay.
I also have Simon Cowell and Randy Jackson.
Damn it.
Go ahead, Alex. You do yours.
No, you go.
No.
You go, buddy.
No.
I want you to go.
Nope.
I'm writing Robert's down, so actually it would help me if you would go first.
Nope. Go ahead, Alex.
I'm not done writing. All right, well, fine. I'll go with probably the best judge of all, God. God. Number 1 on my list, God. So, already won Mount Rushmore. Pretty much won Mount Rushmore. Picked
All
God.
right, right there.
Only God can judge me.
Because
he is the
you
greatest
said
judge
when
of
I
all
wanted
time.
to put Scalia and Don Willett, you said they gotta be judges. They gotta have a gavel. They gotta be judges. And I made the argument that justices are basically judges.
I allowed it, did I not?
You did allow it.
All right, so
When have you ever seen God in a black robe or paint?
I would like to think that the
handing,
entire universe is his gavel that he occasionally just
I object to this because some people, I'm not saying it's me, but some people may not believe in this judge.
Well, they don't believe in
Go
justice
ahead.
then.
What's your next
All
list?
right, I'm gonna go Mike Judge.
Overrated.
Beavis and Butthead,
Yeah, I know.
Silicon Valley,
yeah. Office
King of
Space.
the Hill, Office Space. Yeah, I'm gonna say he's pretty strong showing right there.
Idiocracy. Gotcha.
And then Judge Lance Ito, who could forget? Obviously, the judge of the trial of the century,
Okay.
OJ's trial, all of that.
Hoping you don't say my 4th because the only reason why I wanted you to go is, go ahead. What's your 4th?
Go ahead. Is that what you just give me a go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead.
We in New York. Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right, so it's really tied down. Like, I'm not gonna pick Aaron Judge. I feel like because that would have been like if I picked Gordon Hayward last week.
Uh-huh.
I am gonna go. I know who you're gonna pick. I know who you want.
Who?
You want?
What's his name start with?
Begins with an H from my cousin.
Well,
Vinny.
no, I'm already taking that for sure.
You're gonna. So
That's
then we would
mine.
have duplicates.
Yes, that's mine. That's one of
Well,
mine
fuck.
for sure.
See,
I don't want you to pick the other one that starts with a W. You don't have that one, do you?
Woodrow Wilson.
Nope.
No.
How do
Well.
you not have Wapner on that list? From the People's Court?
No,
10 minutes to
don't know.
Wapner?
Don't know. I was gonna go Judge Joe Brown just because I felt like he was the black man's judge on TV court.
Okay.
Judge Joe Brown.
Your list is flawed. Here we go. My list. My list.
God wins it anyway.
I had Judge Judy, but I gave it to Robert. That's fine. I already said I got Judge Wapner from the People's Court. There's my TV judge right there. Only because Dustin Hoffman's classic line, 10 minutes to Wapner. Got to be there for People's Court. Love that.
Wapner.
Yeah.
W-O-P.
W-A-P.
Oh, okay.
Spelled.
Did you know there's a Judge Alex?
I'm sure there's at
There
least
was
one
a
or
Judge
two
Alex.
Judge
No, like there was a TV show,
Oh, really?
Judge Alex.
Okay, there you go.
I learned that while doing research.
I got Antonin Scalia. He's a Supreme Court justice.
Somebody's
the
leaning a
judge.
little right, aren't they? I guess good luck with the liberals on that
Doesn't
one.
mean anything. I loved Antonin Scalia. I thought he was one of the smartest guys on that bench. Don Willett, Chief Justice Don Willett on the Texas Supreme Court. He is just a hilarious guy to follow.
These are boring ones.
These are boring.
This is like... He's like, I want to pick actual judges. I want to pick actual ones that people don't know.
Well, no. Antonin Scalia, okay.
A lot of people hate him. Half of the world probably
That's
hates
kind
him.
of why I like him. Don
Because he's a
Willett,
white supremacist
Don Willett,
judge.
I only chose is because he's one of my favorite followers on Twitter. If you don't follow him on Twitter, he's fucking hilarious. Who else I got on my list? Wapner, Scalia. Oh yes, Judge Haller.
Judge Haller.
Judge Haller. Chamberlain Haller from My Cousin Vinny.
Which I was going to pick.
No, you weren't. Shut
I
up.
was, and
Shut
then you
up.
heard me say that because you didn't want to do a snake draft because you knew he would have been a first-round pick if we had done a snake draft.
He made that movie. What was
Next
his
week
name?
we're doing a snake draft. We're doing a snake draft next week. There's no way anybody's getting out of it.
It has to be easier.
Fred
an easier
Gwynn.
one though.
Or we just got to be better at researching, gang. We got to be better at
Give
researching.
us a little more heads up on what the fucking
you
topic
gotta,
is.
if you have a day, you're good. If you have a day, you are good. All you gotta do is Google. I Googled and I came out with like 50 judges. Nobody said Paul Abdul or Blake Shelton or Howard Stern. Ooh, you missed Howard Stern. You're a Howard guy. You're a Howard guy.
That's not a judge, though.
Thurgood Marshall. You ever heard of him?
Fuck. See, I was going to put Andy Taylor on my list because he was a justice of the peace. Andy from the Andy Griffith Show. These are boring.
What about Andrew Jackson?
Was he a judge?
And president.
Okay.
William Taft, also president.
I call him Billy, but okay.
I'll add Marshall Erickson
Who the hell is that, Robert?
from How I Met Your Mother.
Never saw it.
That is.
He eventually became.
He
a
did
judge.
become a judge, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Okay. I was about to say he wasn't all the time though, right? Yeah. That's a good one. A deep cut. Judge Reinhold. He's an actor. Found his name. Judge Mathis on TV. Judging Amy's a TV show.
Judge Dredd.
Judge Dredd. A lot of people were saying that was a good one. And then obviously Aaron Judge. We skipped over Christina Aguilera, Adam Levine, Blake Shelton, Howie Mandel.
Miley Cyrus.
Is she a judge?
She was a judge on one of those shows.
Nope, that counts then. And then the guy from Family Guy. I don't know his name though, so it didn't count.
Seth
but
MacFarlane?
no, the judge from Family Guy. Dumbass.
This
Probably played by
judge?
Seth MacFarlane. Yeah. Oh my God, somebody's never watched Family Guy.
Oh, the judge on. I thought you said there's an actor whose name was Judge who was on Family Guy. Okay, I got
All right, so I went with God, Mike Judge, Lance Ito, and Judge Joe Brown. Chris went with Judy or Judge Wapner,
Yep.
Antonin Scalia,
Antonin
Scalia, Don Willett, and Judge Holler from My Cousin Vinny. And Bobby Jokes goes Judge Judy.
Can we just
Judge
do a
Hatchett.
small statue?
What was the second? Randy Jackson and Simon Cowell. So
Can we
he
just
went
do like
American Idol.
a small statue next to the Mount Rushmore of Andy Taylor? Andy Griffith?
No, we can't. We can't. That's an honorable mention. We're not going to put a statue up
He was
next
the
to
most wisest of all people
him. Well, maybe he didn't. He should have made your Mount
in
Rushmore.
the town of Mayberry,
Anyways,
North Carolina.
so those were our
Dry
Mount
County.
Rushmores of Judges gang. I guess we're going to continue. Do you have anything you wanted to bring for the comeback kids?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I was going to say if we're not cool, but I thought I saw Lena Dunham on that
yeah,
list.
she is up there. I was
So-
going to mention that. I didn't know if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take this. I saw this. You texted it to me. I think I had seen it a little bit before, like literally like 10 minutes or something before you sent it to
I made me laugh so much because she talks so much shit. All she does is talk shit, and she's super.
She's my least favorite person on the world.
It feels like every
So-
time she says something hypocritical that she's done, like detracts from what she's just said. And she's like about as outspoken and liberal and feminist as you can be, but she like has a lot of things that contradict what she always speaks for. And this is just another one, as you were.
As I was. So listen, she got a dog in 2013.
Lammy.
Lammy is
Not
the
a
name.
dog's name. He's not a lamb.
Right?
He is a dog.
Thank you. She got a dog at one of those rescue places where it takes the dogs in.
She's a hero because
She's
she
a hero
rescued
because
a dog.
she rescued a dog.
He was
right?
in a burning
that
building,
was very
I think,
clear
and she
for
like
her.
jumped
Like
in.
on her Instagram, she was always posting about how she rescued this dog and shit like that. Well, she rescued this
saved
dog
him from a burning building.
Oh, absolutely.
I believe.
But for her, this dog would be in
This the cutest of them
the
all.
cutest of them all would just be in the sewers of America. So she bought the dog in 2013. Are you getting another brewski? Yep. You want to get your boy another one? Anyways, she bought the dog in 2013, and apparently, like last year, Alex? I think last year or maybe recently, in March. So in March of this year, it comes out that she gave the dog back to some third-party shelter, like. What was it called? Because it had a fun name. No. It was like called Zen Bark or something. Something stupid. Something insane. She gives the dog back and she's like, yeah, this dog is insane. This dog had been abused by 3 of the owners that it's had. And it's just terrorizing my life and I just can't do it anymore. And she gave
This dog had been abused.
Yeah.
Like, she was the owner for it for most of its life. So that
since
was
2013, since
dog
2017.
was like 6, right?
Right. Something like that. So, but the people she originally got the dog from...
shelter.
Yeah, the shelter, like, I can only remember Bark. That was the name of the shelter.
Right.
It stood for something, but it was Bark. Bark came out and said, yeah, no, we looked at that dog's records. It only had one owner. It was not abused at all. She's totally lying about this. She's making all of this up. Now, I thought that was pretty bad. I thought that was a shitty thing of her to do. That's not, you left the refrigerator open just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was kind of shitty, but I also thought, oh, it's just Lena Dunham being Lena Dunham, right? Because she always kind of does stupid stuff like this. She's always in the news for something stupid. But then her fucking Instagram, she responded to the story because she was getting so much backlash.
Well, she said
what did she say?
the dog was mentally ill.
Yeah.
The dog was suffering from some sort of PTSD
She's
or
such
some
a fucking,
shit like that.
She's the quintessential millennial just
Well, you saw. You seen Girls?
No, I don't watch this shit.
Well, like do, and
Do.
you'll hate.
I hear it's kind of a good show.
It is a good show, but you hate every single person in that entire show. Like I hated every single character. Even at the end of the goddamn show, I was just like, "Fuck you, Lena."
What show? Remember the show on FX that I got you to watch?
Spoiler alert, her baby breastfeeds. Finally it latches, and that's the end of the fucking show. And she's just like,
What was the name?
I was just like, "Fuck you!"
And I didn't realize Donald Glover's her boyfriend in that show.
I think he comes in like later, but no, originally it's Adam Driver.
Oh yeah, and somebody gets their asshole eaten on this show.
Allison Williams does it. I am a huge fan of Allison Williams.
I'm not a huge fan of Allison.
I hate. Is it Marnie? I think it's Marnie on Girls, which is a fucking like millennial name.
Yeah.
But
Well,
she's getting her ass eaten, and that was like how you opened up a season. I was like, all right, I'd eat Allison Williams' ass.
Oh my god. I can't.
I would.
You would?
Allison Williams is hot as fuck.
But you would eat her asshole?
Probably.
Oh my god.
I mean, she's probably keeping it if it's clean.
I can't think of a woman whose asshole I'd eat.
Who do you think the hottest chick in the world is right now? Like Jessica Alba.
Like
comes
Emily
up to you.
Ratajkowski.
Ratajkowski. It's like
If she's
her name is like Worcestershire.
Yeah, it is like Worcestershire.
Emily Worcestershire sauce.
If she
Kowski.
came up to me and she touched her ankles and spread her cheeks and said, "Go to town, eat my asshole," I'd probably say no, thank you.
No, what?
And dismiss myself.
Okay.
No hard feelings.
Somebody's too high for their.
You would
for
eat
their horse.
ass?
Allison Williams, maybe.
Oh my god, Robert, on the microphone.
Although now that's actually thinking about it, that's Peter Pan's ass too, so I don't know if I want to.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
I'm stepping
Hottest
back.
woman in the world. Would you eat her asshole?
Who do you think is the hottest chick right now is?
I have no idea.
Don't say Kate Upton. That's just
No,
a
not
cop out.
Captain.
Marissa Tomei.
Sure, why not?
Okay. Would you eat Marissa Tomei's butthole?
No.
Okay, all right. Everybody's acting tough. Like I'm above that. I'm above that here, but like
I always make the joke of like a
put your money where your mouth is. You're gonna fucking do it.
Whenever I see a hot woman, I always say it. I'd drink her bathwater. That's about as far as I'd go in the disgusting.
What's in their bathwater? Asshole.
I mean,
The
it's
asshole
not.
is in
It's
their
not the same
bathwater.
as the act of me putting my tongue down somebody's fucking poop sheet.
I think that's more gross. Drink the bath
Drinking
water.
the bath water?
I think that's more gross.
Really?
That's everything. Everything is gross. Dirt's in that.
No,
That's
sir.
gross.
No, sir. There's fecal matter. Like,
I'm saying she's got like a clean asshole though. Like she just got out of the shower.
yeah, but you can't.
That's about as clean as you can be, you know. She bidetted the fuck out of that.
On this podcast, we talked about Alex's
I already
anger.
wrote down ass eating.
Ass eating. Exactly. Ass eating.
Ass eating.
Ass eating. Anyways, no, I could not eat another woman's butthole. Nor could I expect. Would you expect a woman to eat your butthole?
Never. That's disgusting.
No.
So what the fuck difference is it?
Because there's not like a lot of hair on a chick's ass.
I
And
guess.
there is on most dudes'
Robert
asses.
is done. Robert's like, the fuck.
Robert's like, I'm just gonna walk away from
just
this
gonna-
microphone. Robert does this thing sometimes where you can tell he doesn't really want to be a part of the conversation, and he kind of like fades. Like he doesn't like he like stands by the microphone normally, but then like you can tell he's like, all right, I'm done with this. And he like takes 2 steps, and it's just like just far enough where you're like, okay, I don't think he wants to. Okay.
I disagree with both of you guys thinking that drinking the bathwater is dirtier than eating asshole. You kidding me, right?
It does have fecal matter in the bath
The
water.
asshole is in the bathwater.
But with the
You're basically eating her ass.
Sweat
No,
too.
sir.
You're eating her
Armpit
ass and
sweat.
everything else.
But with the asshole, you are strictly putting your tongue. This is awful.
Not in the ass. You don't have to like. You're not like fingering her ass with your tongue. You're just like la 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 little lick. La, 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 la. Just let her know.
Let her
think
know
she's-
you're there.
Let her know you think she's special.
Wow.
Let her know you think she's special.
Wow.
Right?
Right.
ladies, am I right? Just at Pastor Gay Pod and tweet Chris and
If you
Robert
eat
at
ass.
Robert Barbosa 03 at Real
All right,
Chris
anyways,
Hogan.
I gotta get
say ladies be like, hey, I like getting that ass eat, and just tweet them that.
All right.
Let 'em
If
know.
you like getting your ass eaten, you're eating my hairy ass too. Then. Boom.
That's gross.
That's-
no,
see, that's
I
what
wouldn't
I'm
even
saying.
want it.
I
Like, I don't
wouldn't want
want
that
anybody
either.
looking my ass.
Okay, so back to Lena Dunham. So I wasn't really upset with the whole like she got the
Speaking
dog.
of assholes, right? Right, there you go.
I
Not
wasn't
funny.
like I was upset about the whole dog thing. I thought that was awful, like it's a shitty thing, but that's what I expect from Lena Dunham. But then she responds to the story, and it's just the most millennial fucking just awful response ever. She says, and I quote,
And I quote.
Why should this story be subject to scrutiny and anger? So basically what she's saying is whoever is questioning the story, which anyone with a brain
How
would
dare
question,
you fact check anything I say?
she's calling us angry and we're scrutinizing her, but I don't see us being angry. I just see us looking at the facts and saying, bitch.
No, there are people that were angry. It was pretty funny if you looked at Twitter on Friday.
But then she said, I hope those judging can imagine the incredible pain of letting go of your favorite creature on earth because you know you can't help them be healthy and happy. So what she's doing is making herself the fucking victim, which is Lena Dunham's go-to.
Those judging me, real fast, if we go back to our Mount Rushmore, only God can judge. So really no one's allowed to judge. So maybe Lena, just look at God.
But it's so easy for Lena Dunham and people like her to make themselves the victim and then walk away, unscathed kind of thing. Like, oh, I can just make myself the victim and then make them feel bad for attacking me. Which we're not even doing. We're just calling you out for being a cunt.
So I didn't even know this about Lena Dunham until this happened. And it was like, this is not the first of Lena's bullshit things, basically, it said. And it was just showing that she had said when she went to Oberlin College that she was raped by a guy named Dave, and then it came out that guy's name was
no guy named Dave.
There was no guy named Dave or whatever, but there was she had made it specific. She anonymously identified him. It was he was in her class, he was doing this, he graduated at the same time as her, and his name was Dave. And then it was actually that's not true. And she was well. Okay, well, his name wasn't Dave, but...
His name was Dan.
Yeah, but it was all right, well, so you just made up all of this stuff. They tracked down the guy was no, that's bullshit. Mm-hmm. And, you fucking tried to ruin this random dude's life. She didn't say, oh, no, that wasn't him. She just fucking shut up and just let it fade away. Also, super anti-rape, fucking raped her sister in her book, talks about raping her sister,
she raped
basically.
Her sister?
She fingered her sister on her driveway when they were kids. Wow. Which technically... That's rape, if you ask me. Her sister didn't ask her to do that.
She's fucked up.
But
you know how you know she's fucked up?
Just for somebody that looks at everybody trying to hold them to higher standards, trying to act like she's the one that's the ideal person. I'm not saying I am, but I'm not telling people that we need to be above certain things. I don't think I think any dirty jokes are funny. I think when you say funny jokes about shit, I don't fucking care. I'm not offended at shit like that. But she gets offended. She gets mad. She wants people to stop doing things that she has done herself. Mm-hmm. And that's bullshit. She thinks she's above the fucking law, dude. You're not above. Not the law, just above society or whatever the fuck it is. Just fuck. I don't like that lady. I don't fucking like her.
The grossest.
I like her. I like her boyfriend too, and I fucking hate it.
Who's your boyfriend?
Jack Antonoff. He was in the band Fun. He's in the he has a band called Bleachers.
Who was turned?
Well, go look at Jack Antonoff's not the best, most in shape guy, and he's he actually seems like a really cool dude. So he's got to.
You know she's fucked up. Is her goddamn tattoos? She's got the weirdest. Look at this shit. What is that on her back?
It's a
people
house
at home. Go Google Lena Dunham tattoos.
It's a segment we call Bad Podcast again.
Gross. Oh, she's just an awful, awful human being.
Let's start a segment where we call it just tattoo descriptions, and we describe really intricate tattoos on the podcast without actually showing anybody what the photo is. No?
Is Lena Dunham the white female equivalent of Nick Cannon? Just an awful, awful human being.
I was going to think maybe Al Sharpton, because she is always crying out protest, revolt, resist, do all this. She would not be happy with your Anton Scalia.
Al Sharpton,
Mount Rushmore.
I don't agree, but I can, not even halfway. I can kind of understand.
Because you're black.
He's in it for the money. It's very cut. No, I'm serious. He's
just kidding.
He's in it. Oh, I thought you were joking. He's in it for the money. To Lena Dunham, I'm constantly screaming, why? Why are you doing it? Why are you acting why are you screaming about this? Why are you so upset about Planned Parenthood? Why? I can't understand why Lena Dunham. Why do you buy a dog and have it for 4 years and then just give it away and say that it's been abused?
I don't care what's wrong with my dog. I don't care what's wrong with my dog. I'm not after 4 years.
And there's something fucked up.
After 4 years?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. I've had my dog for not even a year. I can't imagine just saying, "Oh, give it away." There's something fucked up.
I don't know if you said
she has attachment issues. She has something wrong with her.
Well, I don't know if you already explained. If you said exactly what the Bark Center said that the dog was surrendered for, but it was no, it was owner's surrender, not enough time. That was what she put when she turned the dog in, not saying that the dog had PTSD or whatever the fuck she said it had. Not enough time.
And the Bark Center said, Lena Dunham, you played with the dog at least on 4 different occasions before you actually adopted the dog.
And that guy that said the statement was there at all of the visits that she had. But it was just fucking hilarious because she was No, that's not true. And I was like, well, that is actually literally what you wrote. You literally wrote that you surrendered it because you didn't have enough time. So
what does that mean? She didn't have enough time.
Like, you know how people like I don't. We do the Rod Ryan show does like the Houston Boxer Rescue comes in every Tuesday and they bring a boxer in, and they had this dog Hudson that they brought in today, and they were like, yeah, you know, just a lot of times like people just get dogs and they realize they don't have the time for the dogs. So it's just like you being negligent. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm sure there's times where you get a job and like you may not have thought you had a job, and then you get hired and you just got a puppy. You're like, there's no way I can take care of this dog, man. Mm-hmm. Or like Lena Dunham and her boyfriend are probably doing where they're traveling so much that they might not have time to take the dog.
You can find the time. If Paris Hilton, by God, finds the time to walk her little rat of a dog. Well, if I, who has 2 jobs and does podcasts and is constantly being, doing this and doing that.
Everybody's got their own struggles.
There are times when Bo is at home alone for like 8 hours at a time. Like on the weekend, sometimes he's at home for 10 hours at a time.
He's fine, though.
He's fine.
He's a dog.
I go home and he's happy to see me, and I let him out and we play, and it's fine.
You feed him. He doesn't not eat. He's okay.
And he doesn't. But I could never. She had the dog for 4 years. Can you imagine having a dog for 4 years?
I had my dog for almost 7 years, and like I would
saying,
never have given that dog up.
Like I've had
dogs. That was wrong with it. I would just learn to deal with it.
I haven't had Bo for a year, and I can't imagine just like saying, "Okay, bye, see you later." No, not interested anymore. Like that's fucked up. There's something wrong.
Yeah,
with it.
I'm just sick talking about it.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
All right,
we've not even talked about Big Brother.
Also back. Well, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Also back. Taxes this week. Taxes are back. So I don't know if you saw this yet. Floyd Mayweather having talked to the IRS. He was like, hey, homies, I can't really pay you guys for my 2015 taxes because I have to have this McGregor fight so I can get the money to do that. And I also, it was like the same day he says this, that we also learned that it's going to be $100 per pay-per-view.
90.
Well, $99 and 99 cents. Well, so like it's 100. It was the same as the Pacquiao fight. I don't care. I'm still paying for it. Everybody says it's stupid and it's a waste of money. I don't care. I'm still going to watch that fight because I know McGregor's not going to do it, but I fucking am just praying that he knocks Floyd's ass out. So, Floyd, like I learned a lot about money this week, guys. Liquidity of money. That means that you can like liquidity. Like if I have liquid funds, that means I have funds that I can transfer to you right now. Like I have the cash.
Right.
If my funds are not liquid, that means like I've got like things, like there's assets of mine.
What Floyd Mayweather has is he has a bunch of assets, but he doesn't have any liquid.
Well, apparently he can't pay the IRS because his money is not liquid enough. All right, so just go look at. But Robert can see my screen here. These are some pictures from Floyd's Instagram.
Yeah, he's got them, but he just hasn't cashed those.
Floyd, no, they're not checks. Not checks. They're stacks of $100 bills. These are stacks of $100 bills that you get from a bank because they're in the bank bag, and he's just loaded them into a car. This is him in a Benjamin's suit with 5 stacks of $100 bills just in his hand at a club, just in his hand, all on Instagram. This is also a table of just hundreds of stacks of hundreds on his Instagram. This is him counting out those stacks. He's got a hat that says $1 million on his hat. This is him on his private jet. In front of him is stacks of $100 bills. I don't know if you call that liquid, but I probably would. Like I would say that is some cash you could probably pay the IRS with. Like I've seen him. Like if you ever see him on the courtside seats at an NBA game, he's got a Louis Vuitton backpack, and he just hands the bitches that come with him like a stack of just hundreds, and you can just see him unzip it sometimes in games and just be like, here, and it's just full of money. It's just full of cash, no cards, none of that. So there's not really checks or anything. Like homeboy's fucking like.
But don't forget about the $100 million check that he had not cashed.
Right. Okay. The $100 million check.
Like that small. The $100 million. I saw it and
Floyd
I was like,
always talks about how much he's gambling on stuff and how much he's won.
Surely that's not 100. That's not. Can't be 100 million. It has to be 100,000. No.
Maybe he needs to cash that.
100 million.
Apparently he's cashing every check he gets because he's then pulling out the cash and fucking putting it in a fucking bag or a car or whatever. Stacks. But just, it's like, don't put that shit on your Instagram and then say you don't have cash. Like, don't say that. Like, that's the dumbest shit ever.
50 Cent did the same thing last year. He said he was bankrupt or he had gone bankrupt.
But 50 Cent declared bankruptcy because sometimes declaring bankruptcy is a better move.
I know, yeah.
And I think Donald Trump, a lot of people busted Donald Trump's balls, but it's like, no, that's better than like, that's a failed business. Declaring bankruptcy on that is saving me more money than actually having to eat the cost of that. And then that also brings me back to my favorite dude, Michael Scott. I declare bankruptcy! You know, you can't just say you declare it.
I didn't say it. I declared it.
Declared it.
I declared it.
So
that's a huge difference, Oscar.
Floyd Mayweather is back. I have not heard Conor McGregor's response taxes and Floyd Mayweather are back. I've not heard Conor's response yet to Floyd having to push this off on the IRS, but I would assume it's like, he's a fucking idiot! Or something like that. And then saying he's going to fucking knock him out. He's 49-0, Conor. You're 0-0 in boxing, so maybe wait a little bit. I'm rooting so hard for Conor McGregor to knock his ass out. I would be like, I can't explain how happy I would be. No, I'm rooting for the Irishman. Technically, because if you're foreign, you're not white, right? You're only white if you're in America, I think.
That's
right?
Not right, but okay.
Right? Well, because now we're only anti-American white people, not like French white people,
you're right.
are we?
You're right. No, you're right.
So then, I'm cool. I'm actually like thinking about, and you know what? Speaking of diversity, guys, LCD sound system. Daft Punk is playing in my house. That is the intro music that we use every week. Last week, one of their members came out as transgender and posted a thing in Pitchfork magazine. He's becoming his real self. He took some time to transition.
We got to change the intro.
No, but what I was saying is like that shows how progressive of a podcast we are.
Nope.
Now we have some transgendered music just entering us.
Not this podcaster.
I'm pretty progressive. So just saying. Next time you think we sound like bigots, we're a very progressive podcast. So, all right, Robert, Bobby Joke's hopping on the Google Doc right here. What do you got for your comeback kid?
Okay, so first I have the KKK.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's the story. I think you might have seen it where a woman, a baseball game,
racism.
When you strike out, you can mark the K.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
yes, I did see this, and it made me very happy.
At a ballpark. I can't remember which one it was.
Classic. It was at a Braves game. Classic chick going to her first baseball game, getting triggered.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this is a white girl.
Yep.
Of course it is. Of course it is. It's
yes,
white
it is.
guilt.
It is. But then, did you see her Twitter feed?
Yeah.
Like she was like tweeting about how offensive it was, and people were like, actually, people do that at every baseball stadium. It symbolizes the strikeouts that the pitchers have. They'll put a backwards one if the batter goes down looking. And she's like, it's still extremely offensive. And it was like a black guy. He's like, I'm not even offended. She's like, well, what does that say about your culture and what you think of it? And it was like, lady, you are just digging yourself into like, because it's always like you get the first three. Like it comes out about once every year.
There's nothing more
insulting. There's the white girl that goes to a game and there's three strikeouts. She's like, KKK. That's not okay.
There's nothing more insulting than the white person saying you're offensive to black people, and then the black person says not really, and then the white person says, well, you don't know. But I know. You're too stupid to know to be offended. You
That's
don't
white
get
privilege
it.
Right there.
I'm smart, and I know that they're offending you. So you just don't get it. That's what they're doing. That's what they did.
Is knowing
that's
people
what they
are
did
offended.
with Native Americans when the whole Redskins thing was coming up. There, when it came out that all the Native Americans said, "Yeah, we don't give a fucking shit about the Washington Redskins. We care about
because
alcoholism.
We don't watch football.
We care about diabetes. We care about making money. And we
Trails
care about
and
raising our
tears.
children." Exactly. But the white people who were clenching their goddamn pearls were like, "No. You don't get it. This is offensive to you guys. You just don't get it." Ugh, I hate people.
This is like I think the fourth time you've mentioned pearls.
Yeah.
On the podcast.
One more time, I'm going to do it before it's over. You wait.
I hope there's a Pearl Jam reference.
I
hope so.
And then I also have Twitter because Alex Bregman, the Astros' third
Twitter/DMs, huh?
Mm-hmm. Astros' third baseman responded to a guy who wanted him to be traded, and like
he was talking shit. He's not a good third baseman.
Yeah,
and then Bregman was like, just wait and see how this season
Isn't
goes.
Alex Bregman's, or wasn't his walk-up music, it go down in the DM?
I don't know.
I think so. One of the Astros, for sure.
Well, the guy responded like, "Oh, are you really that bothered by opinion?"
Well, he screenshotted it first and then put it out there, and Bregman was just like pissed about that. He's like, "Oh yeah, real mature dude doing the screenshot thing."
Yeah, when they were screenshotted, Alex responded with, "I forgot I shouldn't give fleas on the nutsack of society the time of day. We maybe should trade you, but frat boys don't get traded."
Solid.
That's what the guy said?
That's what Alex said.
I think that's a solid
wow.
response right
Nice.
there. Kind of being like, hey, I'm the alpha in the room, bitch. Like, you trying to bow up to me? Hey, who's the MLB player? I forgot. Flea. Oh. I would say Alex Bregman came out on top in that one. And I also, like, take away points from the other dude that posted the screenshot because, like, you're being a little baby back bitch, really, like, by doing, like, oh, my team's the second best team in baseball, and they're in first place in the AL, and my third baseman's not good enough.
Second.
Because they're behind the Dodgers by a game.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, maybe look at the standings, Chris.
Fuck.
Mr. I work all the Astros
There's
games.
162
Well,
games.
Alex Bregman ended it with, just keep my name out of your mouth and just watch the game.
Now, your opinion, Robert. I saw a lot of this. It was like, is he not allowed to clap back? Like, it's okay for you to say whatever you want to athletes, but the second they say things back to you, like, it's wrong. Do you agree with that statement?
No.
I don't either. I think, like, you dish it out, you got to be able to take it. And if an athlete comes at you, you're just the guy that got decided to be on the hot seat. Like, you shouldn't say dumb shit.
What frustrates me, he deleted his Twitter account. Alex Bregman did.
What?
I don't think that was him wanting to do that. I think that was someone in the organization was like, hey, bro, this is some bad press. Just fucking lay low. Do that. It just sucks because I hate that, like, anybody can be like, you're a fucking piece of shit. Fuck you. And then you're like, hey, bitch, leave me alone. And they're like, oh, Alex Bregman called me a bitch. Oh, my God. Like, that's all people do. Like, Twitter's not real. And I said that to Lance last week, or on the earlier podcast. I was like, Twitter's not a real thing, though.
You cannot say that, Alex.
Twitter's fake life. It's not real life.
No, it's not, Alex. That's fucking stupid logic. If you think
telling you you're a baby back bitch in real life is a totally different thing than me calling you a baby back bitch on Twitter.
No. You're so fucking ignorant. It's insane. You're not making any sense.
Really? Then how come half of Twitter is eggs? How come when
CNN reports on a news story, so anytime
because CNN sucks at reporting news.
Shut up. Anytime CNN, Fox News, ABC, CBS, any one of them reports a news story and they report it on Twitter, you're just going to dismiss it and say, nope, not believing it because Twitter's fake? That's stupid.
Pretty much.
Alex, you're being retarded.
I think
you're being retarded.
No, you don't report the news on Twitter. You don't report the news on Twitter. You share the news on Twitter.
That's bullshit. People can report the news on Twitter these days. They can. You got reporters who are sitting there interviewing the president, or I'm sorry, they're part of the White House press secretary. I'm sorry.
Getting ready to get tackled by the president, probably. That's what it is.
They are the White House correspondent, and while the president is being asked questions, they are tweeting out his response. That's reporting on what the president is saying. How is Twitter fake?
No, Twitter's not fake.
How is Twitter not real then?
Okay, so like, what would you say you are if you're in like the White House? Like if you're taking questions of the president, would you say you'd be a journalist?
If you were taking, then you're the correspondent.
But you're a journalist then, right?
You're the White House correspondent.
All right, but
you're a journalist, yes.
But I'm saying you're a journalist if you're listening to all that and asking questions. A journalist writes in like paper and stuff and like writes on like websites and shit, not on Twitter.
Alex, you're...
Everybody has a Twitter. Not everybody has a column. I tend to believe columns over Twitter.
Alex,
excuse me.
All right.
Excuse me for wanting more than 120 characters.
So you're telling me if the president were at, let's say that JFK, the assassination of JFK were to happen
in Dallas.
today.
Dallas.
Yeah, in Dallas. Okay.
Obviously.
Let's say it happened today. The first thing people would hear about it, we would hear about it first from Twitter. There's no other way. Unless we were reporting on the...
You can see the news, but you shouldn't report the news on Twitter. That's what I'm saying.
Unless we were reporting on the parade live, the first time we would hear about JFK's head being blown off is somebody getting out their phone and posting it on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, or posting a picture or something. You cannot say that Twitter is not real. And the reason I get so upset...
I just don't take Twitter comments as real.
The reason why I get so upset about this, because we didn't talk about it last week, but last week we were talking about the Donald Trump thing.
But last week.
We didn't talk about it last week, but last week, you and I were...
Oh, okay. I see what you did.
You see what I'm doing here?
That's on me. That's on me.
Not on the podcast, but you and I were talking about the Donald Trump CNN GIF or whatever, video or whatever. And I made the...
Yeah. Luckily, Chris said a lot of derogatory terms, so we can't include.
What did I say?
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I was making it seem edgy.
What I said was that, the president shouldn't be acting like this on Twitter, and your response was, "Oh, it's Twitter. Who cares? It's not real anyway."
I think we talked about this on the podcast.
Did we?
Too.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, I don't remember this. But anyways, you're fucking retarded if you think Twitter doesn't.
Whoa!
You're stupid.
Whoa! Somebody used the R word. See, that's
Robert,
Twitter for you. That's Twitter, though.
I wouldn't go as far as calling you the R word, but I gotta agree with Chris. I don't think you can say that Twitter is not real. You can't just
put a blanket statement and say Twitter is not real.
But like, if
somebody
tweets something stupid on Twitter, are you like, man, this guy's a jackass? Or you're just like, man, he's an idiot on Twitter. Like,
I agree with you 100%. But when it's the fucking president, or when it's of anybody of notoriety, That's their platform. There's a reason why Kevin Hart, I forget what movie it was so important for him to keep his Twitter handle. Like, they wanted him to promote the movie that he was in on his Twitter, and he's like, no, fuck you guys. It's my Twitter. That's my platform. People work really hard for their platforms. Say what you want about the Kardashians. They work really hard. They make their money off of their Twitter and off their Instagram and off, you know,
they work a lot of really hard dudes, if you think about it.
Fucking Alex.
No, just Twitter's like, it's like Twitter. If you get all of your info from Twitter, you're a fucking small, dumb person. Like that's not like, I understand. Like you. So can, you think? But what I'm saying is, you should share news on Twitter. Twitter is not your news source. Do you think it would be okay? Twitter's not a news source.
Do you think it would be okay for the president to come out and say on Twitter, we should get all the black people, we should put them back in chains?
Probably not.
What do you mean? It's Twitter. It's not real, Alex. What are you talking about? It's not real. What do you mean? We shouldn't take everything on Twitter we say seriously.
But, no, I'm saying because you couldn't really explain everything like that in 140 characters, 120 characters, or whatever.
Oh, so if he said,
no, I just think,
so if he said we should put all the blacks in chains, and then followed by a link to his website where he, you know, went into depth about how we should put and why we should put all the black people in chains, then that would be okay? Because
Twitter's not real life, gang. Twitter is an internet thing people share bullshit on. That's what it is. That's what it
Alex,
is.
No.
Yes, you can see news on Twitter. You can share news on Twitter. You should not only consume news on Twitter. And there's too many people that think that everything that's on Twitter is fact. That's it. That's what it is.
It's like you're saying two different things. You're saying two different things. And I agree with one of your things. One of your things you're saying is we should not take everything so seriously on Twitter.
Share news. Don't make news on Twitter.
Why?
Because it's not a news source.
Why?
Because it's not.
Why?
Whenever I see,
you can't just say because it's not, because it's on the internet.
Whenever I see anything, it's like, well, Twitter says. I'm like, you didn't do any of your job.
I know.
You didn't do your job
Twitter
as a
polls,
reporter.
Twitter polls are bullshit.
People that do Twitter that are reporters, like, because news sources and places like that do, like, they use, well, according on Twitter, so and so says. I don't give a fuck. Call them and do reporting. Like, report on this exact situation. Don't say like, well, so and so on Twitter, like, world is outraged. So
what you're saying is, if I were to witness,
I'm just sick of saying like outrage over blanks tweets.
I understand.
Outrage over this. Like,
I know
that's
you
not like
outrage.
we don't need to get like.
And I said to you about the Donald Trump. Twitter, I told you about the Donald Trump thing last week. That all the people who think that this is a nothing are. I told you this in the text. All the people who think that this is the worst thing in the world, the Donald Trump thing, they're just as bad as the people like you who think it's nothing. Who think it's nothing and it should be ignored. Our president should not be acting like this on Twitter.
If Donald Trump physically assaulted a CNN person, I would be very concerned. If Donald Trump tweets a GIF of someone photoshopping CNN's logo on a guy's head that he fake assaulted, totally different to me.
I never said that it was the same. I never said it was the same. You're putting words in my mouth at this point.
No, but that's just like what I feel like everybody that says you should be that upset about that shit, like that's what I feel. I'm like, oh, so like if he were to go tackle Vince McMahon in real life, we would be just as upset. Okay.
The fake outrage is ridiculous, and I agree with you on that 100%. But for you to say just totally,
I think this is gonna be one of those where we gotta agree to disagree. I don't think we're gonna come to common ground on this. We do report a lot. I do share a lot of shit on Twitter. I share a lot of shit on Twitter, and I don't care. It's just not real.
All right, what is reporting news? Let's get down to what is reporting news. If I were to say
you're on a news station, you're on a news channel, you're on a news radio station.
No.
You write a column.
What you're talking about is reporting news to the masses. You're talking about being paid to report the news. I can report the news to you. Hey, Alex, you're about. Let's go back to September 11th. Hey, Alex.
Well, let's not do that. It's a little sensitive.
Did you turn the TV on? Did you see that the Twin Towers are on fire? That was me reporting news to you.
No, because I already knew that.
All right, I'm done.
I already knew that.
Next topic.
I already knew that because I knew Miss Cleo, and Miss Cleo knew it was coming.
Yep. Next. What's up? What else is bad?
Bill Burr always says, "Fair enough, fair enough," and that's when you're just like, "All right, that's it. Fair enough. We're not gonna agree on this."
Adam Carolla always says, "Yeah, but still." I was telling you about that earlier. It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. Fair enough, and yeah, but still.
Yeah, but still.
Whatever.
You can walk away with a tie.
There we go. I'd like to think I was the winner in that one.
I don't think so, because Robert and I voted.
Well, you and Robert were also a little too shook to like do a snake draft. So
Robert and I, we're simpatico this week.
I guess so.
I'm liking it.
I guess so. The minorities are getting up against the white guy now. I see how it goes. See how it goes now, huh?
Oh God!
The podcast is going the way of the world, right?
This has been how would you describe this podcast?
Yeah, no, I'm the minority.
How would you describe this podcast? I would say
up and down.
Up and down. I would say feisty.
That's what she said. A little bit.
It's been a little bit of rowdy podcast.
But you know what'll bring us all together? There's one thing that'll unite everybody in this world. Hopefully it will. And that's
Yes,
Brother.
indeed.
That's Big Brother, gang. Because Bobby Jokes is back on Big Brother now. He's
Well,
into
not
it.
back.
Or no,
He's
he's
just on it
into
now.
it. That's back. Bobby
I
Jokes
wouldn't
watching
even say
Big
he's
Brother.
onto it. He's just watching it because we
Not
made
watching
him.
the live.
Not
feed.
watching the live. feed.
All right, Big Brother update real fast, gang. Jillian was evicted on Thursday. Sorry, Darren, you are out of our Big Brother 19 pool for Pass the Gravy. Paul won HOH. There was a Candy Crush thing. Paul was also, ironically, on the Candy Crush show that they were promoting. Ramses also decided he was going to use his curse, so he nominated himself this week. Paul wants to backdoor Cody, so he put up Alex and Josh as pawns in this bad boy. He had to kind of get his whole alliance to go with it. He also won the POV, Paul did, and used that to take down Josh, put up Cody. Cody's going home this week, pretty much is what it is. Cody's been the house's goal this whole time. Cody seems like he's going home this week. We're going to start trying to do this every week from now on. Who do we think is going home this week? Who's playing the best game, and who do we think is going to win as of right now? Who do we think is going home this week? I
Cody.
think Cody.
Cody's gotta go.
Bobby Joke says Cody as well. Who do you think is playing the best game right now?
God, it's a toss-up, man. Dominique is playing a hell of a game.
I think Dominique's getting a little emotional. I thought Dominique was playing the best game last year, last week. I feel like this week I've seen a little bit of her getting
Like
a
in
little
the live feeds?
Yeah, getting a little like upset about shit. Like she was pretty pissy about Jessica, and she was getting a little upset about I think Elena for a little bit. And like not anything like she's like straight up focusing on, but like she's just like mentioning things out loud where like you're giving doubt to like Mark. Like you mentioned, like she was kind of like shitting on Elena to Mark. And I was like, Mark's Elena's boo, so like he's probably gonna go tell her that.
Not really though.
Not
I don't
smart.
think Elena's all that crazy.
So yeah, also
But
this
anyways,
week, Elena, somebody put online, Elena's had some lip shit done to her. Like she's what is it?
I thought you were talking
Collagen?
about her titties.
Collagen?
Collagen.
Yeah. She's got some of those lip injections apparently. It's a big Dallas thing I've learned.
Is it?
Yeah, those Dallas girls, all fake.
Okay.
And she's got some like lip injections.
She looks better before
but
the
she
lips,
was
right?
way cuter
Way
with
cuter.
like normal people lips. But
Yeah.
like now you see like she's got lips that like just look like you poured water in all of
They're
them.
the size of fucking
Yeah,
Dallas.
they're weird. But yeah, so I think Elaine is not playing a great game, but I think Kevin maybe.
Kevin is playing a fantastic game.
But I
Kevin
don't
is
want to
playing.
say it because Kevin seems too dumb
But
sometimes
he's
to be playing
not.
the game. But
So
I think
listen.
he knows a lot more about Big Brother than he's leading.
I think Kevin is playing the smartest game because he's got himself a scapegoat, and his scapegoat
Ramses.
the past 2 weeks has been Ramses.
I think everybody's scapegoats Ramses at this point. Ramses or Cody.
Especially Kevin, because if you remember last week, Kevin voted to evict Jillian. Everybody who needs to know this is convinced that Kevin voted to keep Jillian,
Right.
and Ramses is the one that voted to evict Jillian.
Even though
Ramses-
Jillian was Ramses' best friend in the house.
Exactly.
Which
Ramses
is what
voted.
he's tried to say.
Ramses voted to keep Jillian. Kevin voted to evict her, but Kevin's got everybody thinking that Ramses is the one that evicted her. It's just perfect genius. Kevin won that $25,000, which you cannot forget that he's not told anybody about, but Paul. He's played a really smart game because he's teamed himself up with good people like Paul and Christmas.
Right.
He can go far. Nobody's voting him out. Nobody is.
I don't think
you
yet. I think you got to, like, because Big Brother, I feel like, goes in like 4 phases. You go the first phase, which is get to jury, and you have like the asshole that no one likes that usually gets thrown out. You got the person that freaks out, which is
think
typically like what Josh did, would normally get you out. But Cody was such like a force that now like everyone wants to get Cody out because they don't have to worry about him later.
I think they get Josh out when they get to jury. Like as soon as they get.
You think
to
Josh
jury.
makes jury? I think so.
I'm sorry, not Josh. Paul.
Paul.
I think they get. Paul
I think
out.
Paul. I don't think
They
Paul's
got
gonna
to.
win. I want to say Paul's gonna win because I think he's playing a decent game with people. He's trying to turn
He's
everybody
smart.
against one another.
He's smart.
But I just don't. I don't think Paul's gonna be able to go the distance. Same with Christmas, who's already pretty much set on the feed. She's like, I'm not lasting that much longer in this house. She's got her broken.
get to-
Robert's pretty upset about that
they'll
because he
get-
was gonna get the guest co-host Pass the Gravy if
they'll
he won.
They'll get to jury.
I think Christmas will definitely get to jury, and Christmas seems like one of those people is gonna come back in another season. They're like, well, she got injured. I really feel like if I had to pick anybody that was gonna win right now, if you had to pick right now who is gonna win,
Alex.
you think I think Alex is on the wrong side of the house. I don't.
Nope,
I was
not right
looking
now.
at her
Dude,
thinking
I'm
no,
telling
because
you, you
she's
not
on
watched the
Cody's
feeds.
side though. She's on Cody's side. She
she's
just doesn't
not.
want to be on Cody's
She's
side.
not on Cody's side. Dude, no. I was watching the feeds yesterday. She was hanging all around fucking Paul and Christmas and like all the girls like Raven and Dominique and all those. She's kind of switched sides.
I'm gonna go Mark.
Mark, really? He's a dumbass.
I think he's laying low enough right now. He's strong enough, but not like dominant in competitions to where I think he'll go far enough to where he can win those last 3. He can win 3 of the last 4 if he needs to
been a single
to do that.
endurance competition yet.
Yeah, the first one was endurance. I don't know if you watched the first episode.
But that wasn't like
holding onto the bar up there like that. Yeah, that was pretty endurance. Like,
even they were saying, I was watching last night. They were saying that wasn't even that. Like, Paul was saying, dude, the endurance competition. Remember the one they had last year where they had to hang on by the bar, like by the skin of their fucking fingers, and the wall was like moving forward and backward and shit like that. And water. That was a fucking endurance comp. The first one, that was small.
I don't think Alex is gonna win.
I think Alex has a shot. Alex or Dominique or Kevin. I really think Kevin.
I think Dominique. I agree with you. Dominique has a shot. I think Alex definitely has a shot, but Alex isn't gonna make it to like the final 3. There's no chance Alex makes it to the final 3.
If Kevin were to make it to final 2, depending on who he was,
you got to look at final 3, and I see a final 3 possibly being a Raven, a Mark. Well, fuck no, because Mark's not gonna win if Raven gets there.
Listen,
now I got to rethink my whole thing.
If there's a
I got to
final
rethink
2,
my whole thing.
If Kevin is in the final 2, depending on who he's with, like if Kevin's not up against Raven in the final 2, Kevin's winning. Because nobody's gonna vote against Kevin. Everybody loves Kevin.
It depends on, because we're still very early in the season. I don't see Kevin being a competition winner. I don't see him being a guy that's gonna win a lot of HOHs. But you gotta win. You gotta win 2. You have to win 2 to 3 HOHs, in my opinion, to be a Big Brother winner. To win Big Brother, you gotta win 2 to 3. To say, because you have to have the stable to be able to argue on finale
did James
night. You
win
gotta
any HOHs?
Yeah, James won like 3.
What about Natalie?
Natalie was she was a floater though, so like she didn't
What's
have a chance.
Floater exactly? Just
a floater is somebody that doesn't really do anything but aligns with the right people to get to something. Now a lot like Steve that won 2 years ago, a lot of people said he was a floater. I don't think Steve was a floater. I think that floating is an element of a game. Like if I was in the game, I would try and lay low for the first 5 weeks. Like you don't fucking win HOH. You just lay low. You align with the right people. You make sure you don't talk shit. You just fucking like, hey, what's up? Hey, how's it going?
That's what Kevin is doing now.
That's exactly what Kevin's doing. But like that's what
like
I think it breaks into. I think did I say 4 phases of the game? I think you go to jury. Then I think you get to about like 8. Then I think you got like your 5-man game, and then you got your final 3.
Because like towards the end,
you gotta have a final 2 deal, and then you gotta add a 3rd person. Sometimes you can go in with a 3-person deal. Normally you gotta go in with a final 2 deal. So it'd be like towards me and Chris. We'd add Robert later, but like that's only because we know Robert was but like, that'd be only if like we knew Robert was going
towards
far
the end.
enough.
Don't they start doing those money comps where like, oh, winner of this comp also gets like 25?
Sometimes they do.
Not
always.
I see like that's a phase to get to.
The Temptations this year is gonna be different. I think because everybody's accepting the temptation. Even like,
and you know what I noticed?
Like even last week's temptation that
it wasn't
Christmas
that strong.
took, it was a bullshit. Like I would have passed it. I would be like, yeah, don't worry about it.
The one this week
you get to
veto
stay. So basically,
no. You get to say
stay. I'm not going home. I'm not going home.
No.
Because if you get evicted, that's what you get to play. You get to stay in the house. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah,
no one goes home that week.
But also anybody, like if you're not even on the block.
But you would only play it on eviction night though. Oh yeah,
I get it. If you're not even on the block, you can say nope, it's a wash. Nobody's going home. Let's replay this.
But I'm assuming that you're only going to use it to save yourself. Like if you're an idiot if you don't.
Yeah, or your biggest ally. That's as big as Paul's.
Well, I guess, but you're an idiot right now if you're not holding on to it for like the last like 4 or 5 before like you get to like the final 6, like where you can get to the final.
Is it all summer long or is it the next 4 weeks?
Oh, was it?
I think it's the next 4
Okay,
weeks.
well that makes more sense then. Never mind.
Yeah.
I thought it was for the whole year, and I was like, well then I would just bank that and be like, all right.
Yeah, and use it when you need it. I think it's the next 4 weeks.
I like it because it makes it feel like Survivor. These Temptations do. You don't watch some Survivor, but like a lot of people get the idol and like they feel safe. They don't feel like they're going home that week, so they won't play an immunity idol, and then they'll get voted out, and they got to leave with that fucking idol. And that's the best part of Survivor. I feel like you're like, you motherfucker, all you had to do is play that little piece of shit thing in your pocket, and you would have been fine. But yeah, so I guess Dominique might be.
Dominique is playing. Because like I forget she's there, and like she'll be in the room, and I'm watching.
Because Mark and Raven aren't gonna go. Like if Showmance isn't gonna make it.
No. Although I do really want Raven to win.
I do, but I don't because like I feel like that's like the like everybody's like everybody feels like if they don't win, they want Raven to win. But like you can't just vote somebody just for that. As long as we don't have a bitter jury like we did last year, I've never been as pissed as I was last year.
I want a woman.
I want a woman, and then Dave Vaughn was like, "Man, Paul screwed me. I'm gonna screw Paul, even though he played the best game."
Dave Vaughn voted for Nicole.
Yeah, she wanted a vet to win. She said she wanted a vet to win, and then on Candy Crush, She was on Candy Crush. I didn't watch Candy Crush, but I saw on Reddit that she was saying Paul screwed me out of money, so I told him I'm gonna screw him too. I was like, you're a fucking cunt.
God, I hate
Davon was like my least favorite Big Brother person ever, I think.
He was pretty bad.
Cody's bad, but like Davon was the worst, and we had to deal with it for 2 seasons.
Yeah, Cody's
not even that bad anymore. I just don't
with
like him. He's just weird.
Yeah, Cody's just emotionless.
He's
man.
a robot.
He's a robot. Like, I like when he talks about him killing Iraqis.
And smile. That's his happiest time.
That's his happiest time.
Him smiling about killing people. All right, Robert, you've been watching though, right? No? What? No? All right, I want you to talk to Robert about Big Brother while I go piss real fast.
Okay. Robert, who's your favorite character? Or do we call them characters?
House guests.
House guest. Who's your favorite house guest, Robert?
Let me make sure your mic's on. Yep, it is. That would have been bad.
I mean, I just gotta go with Christmas. She's who I have.
You saw she broke her foot, right?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Alex. You're not in here in this conversation. You saw she broke her foot?
Yeah.
A lot of people think that Jason broke her foot on purpose. What say you?
No,
it was an accident, right? How do you do that? How do you plan on breaking her foot on purpose? But anyways, Christmas could go far. It's just her fucking foot is broken. She can't win anything, which could be a good thing.
I think I kind of agree with you, Alex.
What do you think of the show so far? Honestly.
Honestly,
Alex isn't here. It's just you and I talking. What do you think?
It's not that great.
You don't think so?
It's that great. No.
Really?
I think it's really slow.
Uh-huh.
I feel like
because there are a
not
lot
very
of
much
episodes
happens, and like the drama that goes on. It's really funny to me.
Okay.
Like, I don't really take it seriously.
I feel like that's the beauty of the show is that the fact that it's so slow because you got to think there's 16 of these people and they're just living in this house. There's nothing like they have nothing.
I guess, but it's on 3 times a week.
That's because a lot of shit goes down and a lot of stuff's not happening now because we're still so early. But I promise you, dude, shit's gonna go down. Shit's gonna hit the fan.
You got into it this week, right?
Alex says, Robert says it's boring. He says nothing goes.
This is the week. Like, this is the first week you really paid attention, right?
Yeah.
Like this is like, dude, you missed the best first week of Big Brother ever, though. I think.
But he went back and watched.
Yeah, I saw it.
Well, but like, yeah, but you haven't watched the feeds, and I feel like when you watch the feeds, like if you watch the feeds and you watch Big Brother, it's a totally different show almost.
It is
because they show like the best of that stuff and the stuff that they feel like most people on TV would want to watch.
Because you watch that stuff on the feeds, there's so much stuff. You're like, oh, I can't wait. to
And
see
people
this
get
on the
edited
episode.
different ways too.
I
People
can't wait to see this episode, see this in the episode, and then it's just never in the episode. I'm like, what about that great conversation between so and so? And it's if you think about the experiment, like the psychological experiment that these guys are just thrown into, they're completely cut off. It's actually kind of fascinating.
It is, and that's why I feel like I get sucked into it so much.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's all about like, what would I do?
Yeah, what would I do? How would I react? First off, I'd go fucking nuts.
We didn't tell people to fast forward through this part of the podcast.
I'm sure
Sorry
they-
if
sure
you're
they
still
got
in
the
there.
idea.
Yeah, they probably got it.
But anyway, I think it's so.
You think Christmas is your favorite? Is Christmas though? Because she's your girl, I guess. Yeah, she's
How
pretty.
hot
I
is
love
she, though?
Christmas. Do you think she's hot?
Yeah.
Like,
she's beautiful? I think
I think she's cute.
she's just bulky. As
But, like-
shit.
Sam was enamored by her arms.
right?
I'm scared of her. I'm scared of her. Like,
How does Sam like the show? She don't like it either.
No, she's not a big fan. No.
Not a big fan. What?
What's wrong with you people?
Honestly, I thought Sam would have been the one out of you two that would have been into it more.
Mm-mm. I make her watch it with me.
You just wait. You just
You
wait. By
wait.
the end of the
Seriously.
season, she's gonna be like, "Oh my God, it's Wednesday."
Yep.
That's Big Brother Day. Or no, it's not Wednesdays. It's Thursdays. You're always like Thursday, because Thursday your week's
Wait, there's
done.
an episode on Wednesday.
Yeah, but like Wednesday's episode's like dope.
I love Alex's response. I said something.
Literally, it goes Sunday's the worst episode of the week. Wednesday's the second best episode, and then Thursday is just like that's why you watch
I
Big
said
Brother.
something to you last week. I'm like, what are you doing tonight? And he's like, dog, it's Big Brother night, and it was Wednesday. He's like, it's Big Brother night, which basically means it's the weekend. And I'm like, yeah, pretty
That's
much.
what we told you guys when we were pitching it in the beginning. We were like, it's almost like your weekend starts on Wednesday. Wednesday, you know, you got Big Bro. So like
Guess what
today,
tomorrow is? Tomorrow's
when you're
the
listening
weekend.
to this, you're listening to Pass the Gravy, and then you're gonna go watch Big Bro, and then Big Bro is Thursday, which is already Friday, pretty much to me. At the point you're watching Big Bro, you're like, I got one fucking day, and it's the goddamn weekend. Hell yeah, hell yeah.
All right, let's go to not cool.
And then Sunday, you're just like, fuck, this is
turned
the worst
off enough
episode.
people.
Yeah, but hey, just
Sunday's
fucking watch, dude. We got my intern. We got the intern for the morning show, the Rod Ryan show. Jordan doesn't give a fuck. Not in the pool. He's fucking buying the feeds today because
Wow,
he's been watching it.
is he
He's
really?
like chatting with me like, all right, I watched it. So like, what do you think about this? And it's so funny because like he'll like catch up on it. Hey, all right, like who do you like? And This like, dude.
Do you read all the shit too? Like
I go on Reddit. I use the Big Brother Reddit,
like
and I use jokersupdates.com, and I fucking look at all of the shit
on
every day.
Feedster. If you follow like BB Feedster on Twitter.
On Twitter too, yeah.
They'll give you the updates, and they're just following. Like, who are these people that run these Twitter accounts? That just constantly watch the feeds.
Like Jokers is just like different accounts, and like as they're watching the live feeds, they update. But I don't know.
Man, you're pounding some brewskis, Alex.
I told you I was stressed.
I'm good. I don't want another one.
No?
Nope.
All right. Pussy.
Thank you. I gotta go back to work.
All right. I'm big.
Anyways, what do you got, Schaefer?
I'm running out of beers, so we're going Shiner
that's
Strawberry
Shiner.
Blonde. It tastes like strawberries. Try it.
No, I'm good. I had it before.
Oh, well.
Anyways, all right. We want to get into not cool
But before we get to not cool, I gotta tell you guys quickly about Blue Apron, gang. Now, Blue Apron's pretty dope, guys. Blue Apron is the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service in the country, which is the United States of America. If you're here, obviously. If you're in Canada, fuck you. This isn't America. Blue Apron established partnerships with over 150 local farms. That's how you lose a sponsor, I'm pretty sure, right there. So, Blue Apron has established partnerships with over 150 local farms, fisheries, and ranchers across the U.S. of A. And as a result, that means that you're getting the freshest ingredients delivered right to your door. Create incredible meals in the kitchen in 40 minutes or less. Each week, customers receive a refrigerated box containing all of the ingredients that they need. Boxes contain cards that highlight seasonal crops and supplier stores, and each set of ingredients corresponds with its own recipe card that has instructions, pictures, and helpful cooking tips. Cooking together builds stronger family bonds. Research shows that Blue Apron families cook nearly 3 times as often. Those families that spend a lot at restaurants and high-end grocery chains can now spend under $10 a person for a delicious meal. If you order Blue Apron this week, Chris is fucking messing with you right now as I'm doing this. If you order Blue Apron right now, like this week, like here's some of the stuff on the menu that you can get. It's pretty dope. If it would load, that'd be great. Yeah, ribeye steak and spicy vegetable hash. That sounds delicious by itself. Spicy pan-fried chickens, crispy catfish and plum sauce, sweet corn and pepper empanadas, saffron and tomato bucatini pasta. I think it's bucatini. I don't think it's bukkake. But if you want some bukkake pasta, maybe hit up Blue Apron. I'm sure they can find that. Purple rice and miso spinach bowls. Most of the bukkake pasta is really
ass-eating bukkake.
Oh, we talk about the hard-hitting topics here on Pass the Gravy. But yeah, you can get all that shit at Blue Apron. That's just for like 1 week. Like that's a hell of a can you imagine coming home to that? You got your girl, she's cooking you dinner, the dinner's already ready, and you're like, oh, just kind of some ribeye steak and vegetable hash. That's dope. Or some saffron and bukkake pasta. Who cares about that?
Hold on, Robert.
It's bucatini pasta, Blue Apron. I'm sorry.
Robert, do you have any idea what bukkake is?
No.
Get on the
Come on over here. Let's educate him.
Tell me
All
what.
right.
Hold on. First, I want you to tell me what you think bukkake means.
And then we'll educate, and then we'll read a definition from Urban Dictionary.
Yes. I can't wait.
I mean, this should be a new segment.
Oh yeah, it could be.
Alex and Chris explain porn.
No,
stuff.
you ruined it. Oh, you didn't ruin it. But all right.
I mean, it is a style of porn.
It's a style of porn. It's a category.
This is spelling bee. Spelling bee, real quick. Impromptu
yeah.
spelling bee. How do you spell bukkake?
Because I know how to spell it. Don't ask me how.
I definitely don't.
BOUCCA.
Nope. It's BUKKAK.
E.
Or isn't it BUKKACAKE?
No, BUKKAKE.
Oh, yep.
You want
I looked at the wrong.
You want a definition? Hold on. First, what do you think bukkake? You have no idea.
I have no idea. Let's say it involves some sort of pasta.
Almost. It's BUKKAKE. Is what you said?
Yeah.
Yep, that is the good.
Okay, here we go. I got a good one.
I've got an Urban Dictionary version of it.
I got a long one though. I think I got the best one. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
A relatively common porno fetish that includes one sperm recipient, usually of the female variety, and at least 3 or more sperm donors. Usually the recipient either kneels down on the ground or sits on a couch, and the men, usually in a circular formation as to encompass the recipient. I love the definitions. Proceed to pleasure themselves until they each climax upon the face/body of the recipient. The end result is usually that An already demoralized, emotionally damaged girl is damaged even further on a couch is ruined.
I feel that.
I feel that. So basically, Robert, to sum up,
it's like a bunch of dudes just jerking off.
Podcast.
It's a bunch of dudes. No, my mom does not listen.
Okay, thank you.
It's a bunch of dudes just jerking off onto one chick.
Now, if you were to go to like
it's like the gangbang version of jerking off onto one girl.
Like if you go like, you can find a video.
There's a whole like category. Like
You can find the videos where the girl is literally just fucking covered.
Do you watch bukkake? Like
covered.
Like, hey, let's get real here. Real talk.
Real talk. Man, real
like
talk.
you jerk off to some bukkake every now and then. Really?
No.
Okay, I was about to say I was never like, hey,
It's fucking
that's not my
gross.
thing. It's not my thing. Nothing wrong if it's your thing, guys. But just like, I don't like. It's weird. It's like I can jerk off. I could jerk off by myself, and like that would just watch myself do that and just pretend like I could jerk off on a picture of you. Like, it's a lot of me watching.
We have went from ass eating to a serious bukkake discussion.
I mean, like I feel like that's why everybody listens to this podcast. We're the podcast that covers all the hard hitting topics.
Covers.
We do.
I can
whether or not it's your face and cum or your ears with knowledge.
A lot of porn these days. Like there's a lot of spit going on. You
what the
notice
fuck
that?
is that, dude?
What the fuck is that? I don't know. I don't know.
Okay,
like spit in my
I'm not
mouth,
saying-
and then they hawk a
I'm not
loogie
saying
right in
I'm a
their
ladies'
throat.
man. I mean, I've been in a
No.
goddamn committed relationship for
Absolutely.
near 7 years.
Right.
But back in the day, I'm sure times have changed. You know, I'm sure times have changed. Ass eating wasn't even a thing really. back back in my day. Nowadays,
You're a pioneer.
that changed the game.
Changed the game is right. God, this
like,
is awful.
Yeah,
Awful.
I'm sure this is really going over.
James
well,
Simpson likes to listen to this with his kids. Like he likes to
Yeah,
listen while
sorry,
he drops
James.
them.
He's
Anyways,
not.
so you do jerk off to the bukkake?
Nah, I
Oh
don't.
no. So what were you saying about the spit? Because the spit,
Well, just
man.
but like I don't get that. That's a big thing now, though. Like I like when you watch watch shit and it's just like I'm gonna go down. Ew.
Wait, are you talking
Like,
about the spitting on the vagina?
You
or
spit on your dick, or
the
you
dick?
spit on the vagina.
My thing is that they do the spit in my face, spit in my
Oh, that's
mouth,
fucking like I don't even.
like spit on my tits and stuff. Like, like
I stay away from like hardcore porn because I don't like the whole like I don't like it when like you know like when they're
What's your go-to?
like, they're like face fucking her and she's got like the tears coming out of her. I don't
Oh,
like that
yeah,
shit. I think
when they got the
that creeps-
mascara.
That's rape to me.
and like when like they're hitting the girl.
I don't like that.
I don't like it.
I feel like I'm like
And like if she's
that's just not maybe it's just not my thing.
if she's
I don't
screaming
judge you.
in pain.
Like I know she's getting paid. She's an actress.
Oh,
I'm not
God.
saying that what they're doing is wrong. If you're into that, that's cool. That's just not my thing. That's just not my thing.
Who are these people that like subject?
But like, there's
themselves
people that like people get off on raping people, you know, and like they get off on like the whole stop, don't. Like I don't. I would be like, okay,
not
yeah,
at
okay, all right.
That's
you want me to take you home?
I'd start to worry about myself.
I'm that guy.
If
I'm
I
that
started
guy.
to turn, like, you know what I mean?
But
Like,
to answer your question, I'm
the guy who
a MILF porn guy. I'm a MILF porn guy.
Somebody at work told me I was talking about porn with somebody else, but they're like, try the stepsister. I was like, ooh,
That's fucking gross.
stepsister.
That seems gross as shit.
No, because it's a little promiscuous.
But like,
But
she's
anyways-
your sister technically. Half sister.
Stepsister.
At that point, you're half incestuous.
What was I gonna say though?
Did you go to Olive Garden beforehand, or?
All right, let's get off this.
No.
Filthy-
We're in the
filthy
rabbit hole.
topic.
We're in the rabbit hole.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
What would you say, like your top category is? Or are you just more of like?
Lesbian.
Are you just more really? You're in like 8th grade.
Are you in 8th grade? What does that mean?
You can't. You're like,
Girl
oh, it's
on
gay to
girl?
watch a penis.
What? Oh, fuck
It's
you.
gay to
No.
see a penis in
No,
her.
not even a little bit. What's wrong with little girl on girl action?
No, I mean I don't mind it. Just I don't seek out lesbian porn.
Can't watch black porn. Any ebony shit? Ugh.
Yeah, because I'm just like I'm never gonna be that guy. I'm never gonna.
I never.
I like to picture myself as the dude. I'm like, yeah, all right. Been Alexis, Texas. One of my faves. I went to a porn convention, didn't get to see her. I was really a little bit upset.
Oh, that's too bad.
And then Nina Hartley. All right, met her. She's
the elder one, right?
She was the wife in Boogie Nights.
What?
Yeah, wife in Boogie Nights. Also a porn star. I've noticed, like, because I'm in the MILF. I'm in the MILF
Yeah.
category. I like, like an older
I don't
woman.
like the MILF.
But I like an older woman more like, oh, this is my friend's mom. That
what the thing is
like a
about
lot
the
of
MILF?
that.
The thing is about the MILF that I don't like is that oftentimes with the MILF, it's always going to be a gigantic pair of boobies. And I'm not into the gigantic
Well,
boobies.
you pick and choose. Which brings me to my next idea. I've long said, how many times, like how many days do you feel, or not days, but like just how much time do you feel like you waste per like jerk off or JO attempt where you're
Looking
just,
for the
just
video?
just scrolling through thumbnails.
Dude.
We need something that cuts you off after 10 to 15 minutes. Locks you out of your computer. Locks you out.
If you don't find a porno,
you start a movie. No, I think that's fair.
I can't.
We need to train ourselves. How many like this is a life hack, gang.
Robert is like ready to leave.
Robert just is, I think he's like
He's a
secretly
little
taking
shy.
notes. He's
Oh,
taking notes.
yeah, that's what
Really.
he's
Got
doing.
his computer. He's
hoping
typing
to God
stuff.
we mentioned some websites.
XNXX.
XNXX.
Pornhub.
You've always said XNXX.
John Jaffe turned me on to that.
I'm a
It
fan
was
of the
pretty-
RedTube.
RedTube?
Yeah.
RedTube's not bad. I mean, occasionally I'll go into that. I'm a
Or
Pornhub.
YouPorn.
Pornhub guy.
I don't like Pornhub.
It's the basic bitch of
Yeah, it
porn.
is the
But
basic
like it's got everything. It's got everything. So DinoTube also. DinoTube. DINO tube if you're ladies, maybe, I don't know.
Ladies.
This is one of those where we ladies take a break. Fellas,
Ladies,
you know what I'm
take a
talking.
break. Exactly. Turn up the volume.
And just half of our audience.
Absolutely.
No, but
more than half. Yeah, porn is good.
But like how much time do you feel like you waste
Oh.
like cuz it's always like you're like god damn it, I'm on page 10. And like you're like
Yeah.
out of like how many? And like you're scrolling down forever and
Well,
you're
what
like,
do you do?
how much
Do
time
you
have
go
I
to
wasted?
Do you go to a category? Or
I don't
you just
know.
Go to the home page.
Sometimes I'll feel like I'm in the mood for a category. I know what I'm
go
looking
by
for.
Porn star.
But porn
You got to go by porn star. You got to like go.
But I don't know enough porn stars.
That's why you
to
just
do that.
go to the porn star section. This is fucking
No, but we're being real here.
Go
this
to the
is some
porn
real
star
talk.
section and scroll through until you see a fine fucking bitch.
Alexis,
and then,
Texas.
Yeah, and then pick that and then view her videos, and then pick one of her best videos.
Val Dobbs.
Who's Val Dobbs?
Valerie Dodds.
Lou
I met
Dobbs'
her.
wife?
No, I met her at the XXXS
No.
convention.
I don't know.
Really hot. She had an Astros jersey and it was number 69.
Robert, you got a favorite porn star?
Robert, yeah, come on the mic. What's
Come
your
on,
favorite,
Mike. Come on.
What's your favorite porn site?
This is what you signed up for.
I don't have one.
Oh, shut the
All
fuck
right.
up.
All right.
All right, fine.
He's at asseaters.com.
Bukkake.
All right.
All right.
Hey,
Jesus Christ.
Speaking
almighty.
of, we already did Blue Apron.
Yeah.
And if you guys are into this crude sense of podcasting that we do,
We lost all
maybe
our sponsors, by the way.
yeah, I'm pretty sure Blue
All
Apron's
of
not coming back. Sorry, Robert. Maybe we get us some more sponsors. Also, we do need a beer sponsor. Notice we're not drinking anything that begins with a K right now.
Oh, shut up.
I'm just saying we're looking for a beer sponsor in case anybody
we
wants
gotta-
to sponsor us. So yeah. Also, if you like, maybe you're like, hey, these guys have a great idea. Like with this porn thing, I enjoy a couple of dudes. You just guys being dudes. That's what Pass the Gravy is. Just guys being dudes, talking about dude things, talking about boobs, whatever. That's what happens when you're a dude. If you want to support the podcast that you listen to every week, hopefully, all you got to do is, besides rate us on iTunes and roast us and give us the 5 stars, is just, maybe you want to go to PassTheGravyMerch.com, buy yourself a Pass the Gravy podcast shirt. We got the Pass the Gravy logo. We've got one that's got a bomb pop on it that myself and my girlfriend came up with. My girlfriend pretty much did all of the design. I just told her what I wanted done. We've also got a Cal Ripken of Crawfish shirt. I'll be wearing that to our Crawfish Crawl on Saturday. And we've got Dallas killed JFK. People don't forget. And just wait till football season 2 because we're also coming out with some dope football shit for your teams that we're not infringing on any copyrights as well on. But PassTheGravyMerch.com. Let us know if you buy any shit, dude. It'll be pretty cool. And if you get your shit, send us a picture of you wearing it, and we'll share that to the world. So yeah, PassTheGravyMerch.com. Support your favorite pirate ship and podcast, because we're a pirate ship and a podcast at the
I've
same
decided just now I'm going to see the new Spider-Man movie. Now I know
Whoa,
I'm the
mister,
guy.
I hate superheroes.
I hate superheroes, but this first Spider-Man movie was such a big deal to me because I was like fucking, how old was I? 7 years old or 8 years old or something like that when that one came out. And I saw it 6 times in the theaters, and I'm hearing all these good things. And I know I always see all the good things, and I hear all the good things about fucking Captain America and The Flash or all that other stupid shit. But I'm going to see this one.
Hey,
Alex, you want to go see the Spider-Man movie with me?
I don't know. I just lost my mind because breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Alex might be doing spots for Texadelphia.
What?
94.5 The Buzz.
Are you serious? I
It's
fucking
what?
love
I didn't know
Texadelphia.
they were even in town anymore.
Texadelphia?
Yeah, they used to be right on Westheimer, and I would go watch all of my but when I didn't have cable.
Did they get rid of that one on West?
Yeah, it's gone. It's Beavers now. It's called Beavers.
Really?
Yeah. So
There's
I didn't know
still
that there were
one on,
any more.
like-
I didn't know there were any more Texadelphias in town.
I think
but
there's one on
apparently,
Bel Air.
guess who might be speaking for him? As I said, I just
Texadelphia's
jinxed
good
myself,
shit.
and I probably won't be. But yeah, they're back, and I'm pulling you, Westheimer and Dunvale. Oh shit, motherfucker! Dude, I'm pretty stoked. Guys. So I'm not even gonna lie. If I do Texadelphia ads for the radio, I'm just gonna probably carry those ads over into here just because I'm such a huge Texadelphia fan. So yeah, let's go to answers. I don't know.
Not cool, dumbass.
We did not. Oh yeah, fuck.
Jesus,
Man, we're
yeah.
way behind on the
I know.
podcast. I felt like we were so ahead normally.
Cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool.
I'm going first.
Dude, that's not cool. That's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
There's that coolness. Go.
I've got a twofer. This
All
is
right.
a twofer
Quickly.
kind of episode. All right, quickly. I know you want to get out of here.
I'm already here. You have to go
damn
to
it.
work.
What was it? Fuck.
Oh,
yes.
Psych, I don't
hold
remember.
on, shut up. Did I talk about radio station etiquette last week
Nope.
or the week before? No. Good.
Well, I'm an uppity radio guy. I'm Chris.
Here we
I
go.
work at the radio station.
Well, because there's something about a radio station. Alex, you know this. Why is it that people at radio stations are such fucking slobs? They're probably the dirtiest.
Not all.
Well, not all, but
I feel like that's at every office. If you're talking,
I don't
there's
think
always
so,
there's
because-
always the one guy that never refills
listen
the
to
coffee
this.
that uses the last one. There's always
yeah,
the one
there's
guy that
always
doesn't
that.
care if he overflows the whole
But
coffee
is
all
there
over
the
the
guy?
table.
Is there the guy that shits on the bathroom floor and refuses to clean it up? Is there that guy
right.
at your regular office?
As a person,
Did you see that last week?
I did.
What the fuck, Robert? At
I did.
our radio station,
And I was a little upset by it.
at iHeartMedia Houston, where occasionally celebrities will stop by to go on some of the fucking radio shows, and they'll
Not
come
a
into our
lot,
restaurant.
but
Not,
some.
not a lot, but you know, we get our share.
Mostly it's us.
Exactly. Sometimes they'll stop and use our restrooms. Can you imagine if, like, all right, example. I saw
Paul
that,
Wall.
Yeah, exactly. Paul Wall walks
Paul
into
Wall.
or Bun B, who often goes to the radio station. He walks into our restroom and sees human shit, smeared on the fucking floor of the radio station.
Would I think that was weird if it was not in the bathroom? Yes. Would I think it was super weird if it was in the bathroom? I'd probably be like, that's gross. But that's like,
Who are these people, though? Who does this?
As a fella that recently shit myself in a public setting, I've got to tell you, sometimes you just can't. Like you're like, I gotta get out of here. Like this guy might have been headed home. This guy may have been on his way home. And
Yeah,
this
but
was
still.
like, he was like, fuck, I gotta go. And then he had to leave. And he was like, I can't.
Yeah,
Because if
but-
you stick around to clean up, you obviously are putting your name on it. And if you don't, then at least you can, boom, I'm a phantom. Do I agree with it? No. Have I done it? I shit my pants and I ditch boxes
can't imagine
in a toilet and ran.
Going someplace where I work.
Oh yeah, at work that's fucking. But like, if you shit yourself at work, if you shit your pants at work,
You're
and
the only one talking about shitting yourself.
you
I'm
don't
talking
know-
about
Oh
shitting
really?
on the
Because you know
fucking-
this guy's whole story.
I'm talking.
I'm just saying. I know.
How can you get
I know
shit
that
on the
panic mode now. I get it.
How can you get shit on the bathroom floor at a communal bathroom and just say, nobody will know it's
I can
me.
tell you what station he works.
That is
for.
a narcissistic.
I can tell you what station he works for, and I will not on the podcast. But I will.
La
as soon
Mejor or
as-
the Beat?
I'm not telling
La
you.
Mejor
I'm
or
not
the Beat?
It's neither of those. It's
Certainly
neither
not
of those.
KTRH or the Buzz.
It is. It might not be.
Might not-
But I'll
What
tell
the
you.
fuck is that, man? And then, I'm sorry. This is something that I noticed simply because I've been listening to another podcast and they were bitching about this, and I was like,
Oh, we listen to other podcasts now. Okay,
huh.
I'm just kidding.
I work at a radio station and I noticed this quite a bit as well. The fucking notes that people will leave up on the refrigerator or in the kitchen or like in the break area,
You take those seriously?
I rip them down because they're so stupid, and I feel like I'm saving that person some embarrassment.
Did you not see?
Did you see the LaCroix one last week?
No. Tell
Somebody
me.
had drank somebody's LaCroix out of the refrigerator, so they said, this is a two-part note.
My fancy water.
So they
I
said
drink fancy
they-
water because I'm too good to drink normal
They did the
water
thing-
like other people.
They did the thing where they copied and pasted a big picture of LaCroix onto a Word doc, and they said, to whoever stole my pineapple-flavored LaCroix, know this, ... I will find you in all caps. And I'm so, like,
Probably a joke.
Sweetheart.
Probably a joke there, Chris.
It's-
I think you're reading a little too much into it.
Yeah, it's a joke, but
Kind of a funny joke.
they put that up there because they were at least a little bit upset about their 75-cent can of
Right.
soda. Who gets that upset about a 75-cent can of soda?
No, but
Now I know who I'm talking to. The person who gets upset when fucking
No,
buttons
but I
don't work.
get like when you put a 6-pack, like if you were to bring a 6-pack
That's
of
different.
Coke in a company refrigerator and somebody takes it, like that's not cool. And
But
the
you
people
have
do
to-
that.
you
And,
have
like,
to
I
know.
just want to know.
You have
I
to
want to
know.
know the guy that takes other people's food and drinks
That's
out
a
of the
dick
refrigerator.
move.
Like,
I wanna
who
know
the
the-
fuck are you? And you should be like those are the people that need to put stockades back and just
Yeah.
like throw fruit at them and yell
Fucking
at them and just like
guillotine.
shame them publicly.
I think
don't
they're
kill them,
I think they're not just as bad, but they're half as bad.
Now, you obviously haven't seen my responses to some of these. Like, I didn't do
God,
anything to that.
I hate that the most is when they respond, because the person who said whoever stole my pineapple LaCroix, another person put another little picture underneath it and said, whoever stole my youth, just know I'm coming at, and it's a picture of their old face. I won't tell you who it is, Nikki Courtney. And yeah. Like, who the fuck? We are in a place of business. Can you not do that? Like I said before, guests come onto the radio station and then they see this behavior. They see the shit on the floors and they see the
talking point. Though.
They see the super passive aggressive notes left in the kitchen.
That's my jam though. I'm in the jam of like
the
note
stupid
guy.
notes that say.
If you want to be note guy, I'm gonna beat you.
The stupid notes that say, "Who turned the thermostat to warm?" Like, God Almighty,
All right,
folks.
let me
can
turn.
we do the job and go home?
There's two sides to every story, and let me just
No.
tell you my side of the story.
What's your stupid side?
So I remember one of my favorite notes that I've ever seen posted was this guy. His name was Steven. I'm not gonna tell you his last name, and he used to always bring a 6-pack of Coke, and somebody would always take some of his Coke.
Mm-hmm.
He would bring a 6-pack of cans of Coke, and he would leave them in the refrigerator. And he worked only weekends, so all week long people are just fucking jacking Cokes.
Yep.
And then he'd come back and he'd be like, "Whoever's taking my Coke Zeros, please stop." Blah 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 blah. And I just remember like the best thing was like somebody wrote on his note, it was like, "Please bring a better selection." And it was the best fucking thing in the world.
That's pretty good.
But also, like,
But I guarantee
there
the
was
person-
a big beef like last year. There was a big beef because we've got plastic forks and knives
yes.
and spoons. And
This is
somebody
what
was like,
pisses me off, though.
"Please make sure all the spoons handles are facing up so we don't have to worry about grabbing spoons that have been touched with your hands." I was like, first off, fuck you.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that's weird. So like I go back later that day and somebody's like, "Oh, just FYI, if
This
you
is when
think,
Ebola was going on.
yeah, if you think that like a spoon transporting from China is not touched by someone by that time," and I was just like, "I'm right." Like they were just like, "You're an idiot" or whatever, and I was just like, I all caps on my Word document that I printed out, full like 72 font. "I'm yelling and I'm commenting too," and I like just like because it was just like, "Oh, there's that note that was taped on top." Then there was the
hate
other
that,
note
though.
taped on bottom,
we're
and
not-
my
I'm
note
not
was like the
adults.
very last one. There was like, "Oh, that guy didn't care," and then I like the next day put "lost bird," and it was the Buzz phone number, and it was just a picture of Larry Bird.
Wow. I see, like,
Like I love those. Like that's funny as fuck to me. When Tom Herman did that piss test thing, like where do you remember that when he like was like, "If you are peeing and it's this color, you're a championship hydration level. This, you're a bad teammate." Like I really wanted to be like 94.5 The Buzz piss test and just put it in all of the in front of all the urinals, but I
don't
didn't
like that.
because I don't want to be sign guy. But like I think sign guy is funny sometimes, and it's
I
funnier
don't like
when
sign
you're
guy.
mocking sign
I don't
guy.
like sign. I don't like any of that. I wish we could just do it. Because first off, the person who
That's basically being like, "I'm not gonna yell at you, but like this
It's
is me
so
saying,
goddamn
this is me saying
passive-aggressive,
I
though.
fucking don't like you and you're being a dick."
That's what passive aggressive.
I don't mind
means.
that.
I don't like passive aggressive. I want.
Saying you're being a dick, like, "Chris, you took my Coke. You're being a dick. I don't want to call you out by name, but you're being a dick. So I'm gonna say this, so maybe you'll know."
We have a fridge in our office. Chad and I, we never worry
No,
about people
same with
taking our
us.
shit.
Same with us.
It's like,
But like, if you don't, not everybody has that luxury.
I know, but what the fuck do you want me to do? There are assholes out there. You have to know that there are assholes out there who will steal
Just
your stuff.
LOL a little bit.
What do you want to do? Oh, and then the ones who I put 50 cents in the vending machine for my Diet Coke.
You owe me $1.
You owe me $1. I will be in this office. Like, you leaving a long ass note for the poor fucking vending machine guy, the
doesn't give a
Lebanon
fuck?
vending machine guy, who's gonna take that.
Whoa, let's not bring
he's gonna
in
take-
origins
he's-
or races.
He's Lebanese.
Whoa,
What?
hey, why do we gotta
He's gonna
identify
take-
him by race?
He's gonna take
Why
that
not
note and
just
he's
the
gonna
guy?
wipe his ass, and he's
Probably not either, but I just thought it
whatever.
right.
My other not cool is that my cheap ass IKEA furniture I got on my bed last night.
Not cool. Sweden.
and it broke. My IKEA that I haven't even had for a year.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty.
Well, I probably have had it. I had it for more than a year since my lease is up next week or next month.
Well,
so
that is not cool.
And like, Bo was under my bed literally 20 minutes before, and I'm thinking, dude, if he was under that bed when I got on this thing and it broke, it could have crushed him. It literally could have crushed him.
Yeah, that's fucking bad.
Scary. Like,
yeah, your dog likes to go under beds.
He likes to go under beds a lot, and
He's weird.
I'm not even kidding. He was under the bed not 15 minutes before the bed decided to collapse. And if he was on,
what if he chewed something and that's why it collapsed?
I knew it was gonna break pretty soon because it was a piece of shit.
Just blame Sweden.
It's part of my fault because me and my brother put it together poorly.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right, Bobby Jokes, Mister. I'm participating on the prep sheet this week. What was your not cool?
I also cracked my bed.
What?
Yeah.
You and Sam getting it on? What?
You and Chris sharing a bed?
we were rearranging my room.
Was yours from IKEA?
Yes.
What?
Ooh,
See,
fuck you, sweet Sweden.
When did you buy
not
yours?
Cool.
I don't know. It's been several years.
Okay.
But we broke it. We were sliding it, and the base bent. Whatever.
The base, like the main post.
Yeah, like it just bent, but it's still.
No, mine is like caved in. I'm not buying a new one. I'm just gonna live on a caved in bed. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, my back will probably be fucked up, but it's fine.
Tempur-Pedic, bro.
Yeah, because I got money like that, baby.
Steal one.
Like I do the DVDs.
Yeah.
I also have memory as a not cool.
Memory? What?
Because
Explain.
Smoking that weed, right?
Because I can remember having a good idea, but I can't remember the actual idea. Like I had an idea about a video that I wanted to make as I was falling asleep a few days ago. I'm like, I'll write it down. I didn't write it down. I was just too tired. I'm like, this is the last thing I'm thinking about before I go to sleep. It'll be the first thing I think about in the morning.
The last thing I think about is bukkake.
Yep.
Woke up next morning, couldn't remember it. Only remember having the good idea.
Have you ever heard of lucid dreaming?
Mm-hmm.
So I had a dude that was in my dorm my freshman year, and he got really into lucid dreaming, which is apparently you can like take over a dream. And I remember like he got me into that phase.
It's called Inception, Alex.
That's a movie. It's about.
Pretty sure it's called Inception.
So like he got me really into it at one point, and it was like anytime you wake up in the middle of the night, you gotta write down exactly what your dream was about, and then you can go back to that dream. And I was like, fuck that shit. I'm not writing shit down. But he would always write shit down, and he fucking had like the best memory in the entire world. Like when it came to it, and I guess it was probably just from either like him being better at memory than me, or him just writing down all the shit that he remembered in his dreams. Because he's like, yeah, I could go back to it, but like apparently you can take control. And like I remember like, one time realizing that I was in a dream, and it's only happened one time, and never happened after that. And I was like, I am in a dream. This is dope.
Did you dream in color?
I did dream in color because I can see it.
I always dream in color.
Do you dream in color?
I don't think so.
Only certain colors, right?
I don't think I dream in color.
Do you dream in Spanish?
No.
Do you guys have that same dream that you've been having like since you were kids that scares the shit out of you?
Either like minus like legs being jello when you're running away from something scary.
I do have a dream.
I have a dream. It's like I'll explain it to you, and I'm not going to, but I could explain it to you, and you'll say, "What's scary about that?" But for me, it freaks me the fuck out. It's so weird.
It's a white girl, and he has to bang.
No, it's just like. It's like I'm in a room and I'm hearing some loud sounds, and then all of a sudden I'm hearing some really soft sounds, and it for some reason, like when I'm dreaming it,
creepy.
It's creepy.
It is creepy.
Creeps me the fuck out. And I've been having that same dream since I was a child.
I have a dream maybe like once a year where I'm in this house with with all my family, and we had to be there. We had to survive there the entire night. Like a bunch of these cars come out they have like zombies or whatever in them.
Whoa.
And we had to survive the entire night. I've had that dream maybe like once a year for like the past.
If you watch Walking Dead,
another dream I always have.
That'd probably help with
God,
that dream.
this is great, pod. Let's talk about our dreams because that's what people want to hear about. Another dream I often have. My mom before
2 hours in.
God Almighty! Before me and my brother were born, my mom had a baby for 4 months that died, crib death, and I always have a dream about that baby, and it freaks me out.
That's weird.
Yeah. Weird.
Maybe don't dream that.
All right, what's your not cool, Alex? Go ahead.
Well, I mean, you guys all had like actual like real not cools.
Yeah.
Mine is the commentating in the home run derby last night.
God.
You watched the home run derby, did you? Like, okay, just get on the mic then, Bobby Jokes. I want your input. Now, just correct me if I'm wrong. The female, and I don't like being anti-female on this podcast. I'm very pro-female. I love the ladies. But was homegirl that was calling the home run derby not just completely worthless last night in that comment? Like, all right, just tell me if I'm wrong. Like, if I've worked on an impression of her, and this is what I got. Wow! Oh, that's gone! That's a home run! Insert whatever the guy in front of me just said. Also repeat whatever the guy just said. Wow, that's gone! Oh, it's out of here!
You're really...
That was exactly what she sounded like. She
really
didn't do anything to add to the broadcast. Like, I'm not saying Chris Berman's back, gone was great, but it made me, like, I don't know if I just miss Chris Berman. I don't know if she's bad at home run derby coverage, because I know it's like a weird, not normal thing for someone that's a commentator to call.
What can you really commentate? You're just people hitting home runs.
But, like, what also annoyed me, like, I thought Tim Kirkjian was calling it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Carl Ravitch, I think, was who was calling the home run derby this year, the lead guy, and I think he did a good job. But what like when he was just doing the commentating, but what annoyed me was like they kept bringing in those guys that were like either all stars that were teammates with the people batting, or that were actually also in the home run derby, and they were like talking to them, like, oh, Giancarlo Stanton, what do you think about Aaron Judge? And he's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And that's gone, too. And it was just like, I was like, fucking, I'm watching this derby. Like, actually call the fucking derby. Don't interview people and be like, because they'd be halfway through an interview and then it'd be like, oh, that was his fourth home run. Like, I haven't fucking, I'm washing dishes right now. I'm not watching. Tell me what's happening.
Yeah.
And I get that, like, maybe watch it, maybe know what's happening. I felt like it was just off last night. I was not pleased with the commentary going on with the home run derby. Not like, and I get, like, it's the biggest joke in sports where you're like, oh, look at all these home runs. Oh, wow. So many, like, I'm sure, like, being at the game's not that great. Or the thing's not that great. But, like, fucking, if you're going to present it to people on TV, act like you're presenting it on TV. Don't try and interview people during a fucking at-bat when you only have, like, 8 people participating in it. Do that in between at-bats. I don't get it. Did you think that the commentating was pretty bad, though?
Yeah, like, they also interviewed, I remember Cody Bellinger.
Bellinger, yeah.
Bellinger,
Did you know, by the way, that Cody Bellinger played in the Little League World Series?
Uh-huh.
Because I don't know if you know this, but every time he's ever been on Sunday Night Baseball, which is a lot since he's on the Dodgers, they fucking show that. He was on the Little League World Series. Now he could play in a real World Series, and he was an all-star. Now he's an all-star. Yeah, crazy that also played baseball. It's every time. Cody Bellinger. By the way, also played Little League World Series. Yeah, we know. We fucking know. Yeah. I told my girlfriend that. She got in, like, we were, like, midway through the home run derby. She's like, yeah, they do say that a lot. I was like, hey, by the way, they're going to say that this guy has played in the Little League World Series. They said it, like, 7 more times. Totally was just like, fuck that. What's up, buddy?
Oh, no,
Chris getting up. All right. So, yeah.
I got something to say.
The commentary during the home run derby was not cool. Basically, I'm saying let's just bring Chris Berman back. How hard is it to bring Berman back? Just go back. Let's go. Back.
That makes me think of the Gallery Furniture guy.
Yeah.
Mattress Mac. Well, save your money today. Wait, no. He's gotta have paper. These back order slips.
I just read a interesting.
Oh, you weren't listening to my not cool.
An interesting headline. It appears that the theme song. Well, I guess you call it a theme song to one of my favorite movie franchises is the #1 video on YouTube. Can you guess what it is?
Despacito.
Nope.
Despacito.
Wiz Khalifa's "See You Again" is the #1 video on YouTube. Without you, my friend, did I tell you all the time when I see you again? See you again. I like how he does that.
We'll get it. I'll play it.
You can play that.
I don't hate
at the
it.
end.
I don't hate it.
It's a great fucking tune.
Oh no, I already know what we're going out with.
Oh, you do? Is it a Bukkake themed
It
song?
might be. It might be.
This is a great fucking tune along with a great fucking movie.
No,
so let me tell you my theory.
Nobody talks. It's like a radio station.
Without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
So let me tell you my theory, Alex. When I walked out of,
do you have children?
We're doing a remix right now.
I guess.
You know, number one, I need an interpreter to figure out what it is you just said.
Those were the days, hard work forever pays.
All right, let's get to answers. I gotta get out of here.
You don't want to listen
How
to
can
Wiz?
we not talk about family when family's all that we got?
I don't hate this song. I'm not gonna.
You don't hate the movies either because they're
Okay,
fantastic movies.
so all right, just bear with me here.
We gotta get to answers.
No, I know. Fast and Furious. We're talking about it. There's this F9 is what we're coming out with next, right?
I think what they're
The
gonna
last
do,
one was the 8th one, right?
but I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna do a spin-off between The Rock.
Nope, they're gonna go to 10. You know why?
No, they're gonna go to 10, but first they're gonna do a spin-off between The Rock and Statham.
But you're ruining what I'm trying to say.
Okay, yeah, whatever. Go ahead.
What is Alex, what is the Fast and Furious 10th movie gonna be
What's
called?
the Fast and Furious 10th movie gonna be called?
Fasten your seatbelts.
What? I love it.
It's Fasten your
love
seatbelts.
it.
That's what they're building up to. You know that's
got to.
because they had like Fate of the Furious. Like they
Right.
were like, all right, we
Right.
gotta know what we're going out with.
Yeah.
Fasten your seatbelts.
Fasten your
Done.
seatbelts. I love it. How did you think of that?
I just did.
How did I?
I
you
just
did.
I
just
did.
now.
As I was
Wow.
listening to the song. That's
High
what happens.
five to you,
That's what happens
sir.
right there. And I've just predicted the whole franchise.
Jesus.
The end.
I remember being.
That's that
I
hard.
remember,
That's how hard it is to make a franchise.
I remember when the first one came out, or I'm sorry, when the second one came out, and they called it famously "Too Fast, Too Furious." And great title.
I
for a
wish it would have
sequel.
been too fast for you.
I thought I
with
remember
a four.
I remember having a serious debate with my friends. Like, what the fuck are they gonna call the third one? 3 Fast, 3 Furious? Faster and more furious?
They'll figure it out.
Oh, they'll figure it out. All right. Little did we know they were going to a little place called Tokyo.
Fasten your seatbelt.
I
Just-
love that.
You just get ready.
I love
because you know it's gonna happen.
Well, what I said-
and when you see that poster, everybody at Alex J Middleton, you tweet them and say, "Please credit at Alex J Middleton and Pass the Gravy Podcast for coming up with the name because we just did."
I wish I had said this before, but I remember walking out of the theater with Cole, looking at him and saying, "All right, Cole. In this Fast
We're
and
like,
Furious,
it's been a long, long time.
no." But I said to Cole, "All right, in
Without
Fate
you,
of
my
the, in
friend.
Fate of the Furious, they just prevented World War III. If they want to keep doing these movies, they're gonna eventually have to go to outer space. That's the only way they can keep topping these movies because
Good point.
they keep getting bigger and just more
badder and
more,
uncut.
and more ridiculous. They just keep getting out of control, ridiculous. Yesterday afternoon, I see a headline: future Fast and Furious movie could take place in outer space, and I lost my mind.
So we've pretty much just called the next two.
Pretty much. Can we please get to answers?
We just
Gotta
called
get
the
out of
next two.
here. Yes.
Just FYI, guys, we stay woke on Past the Gravy. We know how fast and furious the whole franchise is going. So just stay with us. We're your movie know-how people. Like we tell you, we're in the know. We're in the biz,
Hooray to Hollywood.
and we can tell you all the good shit. So this is my favorite part of the podcast, gang. And we don't have any more ads, and we're like 4 hours in. It feels like.
Jesus Christ.
But this is
Doesn't
answers.
feel like it, to be honest.
Well, if you just answer the question. Why don't you just answer the question? Be honest. No big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Answers. All right.
Rapid fire.
TJ Ivy weighs in with her first one. What's up, girl? She says, if a doctor told you you had 1 year to live, what 3 things would you want to do before you died?
Ooh. All right. Are these 3 things that are possible? Or like 3 things?
She just said 3 things. They're
3
not
things.
possible.
Okay. Number 1 on that list, a private concert with Bob Dylan. Just me. I get to pick the set list.
That's a good one. I like that.
I get to pick the set list. I don't want him doing any of his fucking Frank Sinatra songs or any of the songs
Yeah.
he wrote last week. I want the
Yeah, fuck that
original.
shit.
I want songs that he wrote in '64.
All the good hits.
I want
all
the
good
fucking
stuff.
hits. It pissed me off when he went on Letterman's last show and he performed his fucking Frank Sinatra songs, which
That was weird. That was
nobody
weird.
had ever heard of. Like Bob Dylan, can you please?
Especially
can you
'cause I
please
watched
just do
it.
Like a Rolling Stone. Can you
I
please
watched it because
do?
I knew Bob Dylan was going to be on it, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Fuck this!"
Did you really?
I DVR'd it, but I
Okay.
watched it
Yeah.
specifically.
I
because
did too.
I DVR'd all those last shows. So
Right.
you want to watch it? I was
No.
like, I mean, I was more of a Jay Leno guy than a Letterman fella, but
Okay.
like I still respect the fuck out of Letterman.
So I want Bob Dylan. I want to pick the set list, and you got to do the fucking songs. So that's number 1 for me.
Uno.
God, I've not thought about this. I've always said I like to do a road trip, not sporadically, but block out an entire year, like an entire football season, and go to every single football stadium, and see a game there. I think that would be cool. I know that's fucking impossible. I'm never going to block out a year of my life and each week go to a different stadium until I see all 32 stadiums. That's not going to happen.
Well, I mean, like, it's probably better for you because you know your team's going to suck dick going forward. So, like, I would rather just, like, waste football season and, like, go see actual good teams.
What else?
If you want to go, like, 8 Giants games at home at MetLife Stadium, that would probably be, like, worth it.
You
more.
do a list. What's your
No, Bobby Jokes. What do you think?
Jokes, what do
are
you
your
got?
3 things? If you had to do 3 things before you died, what would it be on your bucket list?
I'm gonna take the stadium one, but for baseball.
Oh, okay.
That's a good one.
That's more popular. More people say I want to see every baseball stadium.
But baseball's more practical, though, too,
Yeah.
because there's 162 games. You could legitimately see every
that in
stadium
one
in a
season.
season.
Okay. What else you got?
Well,
Would you go RV, or would you, like, just space it out? Would you, like, fly back into town?
Oh, I know mine, but mine is kind of a twofer.
That'd be cool, because, like, with baseball, like, you could I guess not because you got AL, but, like, you could, like, for half the season, like, the first half of the season, you could just go Astros. Mm-hmm. You could just follow the Astros wherever they went and go to every road park as well. That'd be dope.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Maybe also, I've never flown before.
What?
Maybe go on a plane.
So be on a plane.
Okay, be on a plane. You can probably
That's a
knock
pretty
that out when
solid
you're
one.
going to.
And while I'm at it, I'll jump out of it.
Oh, there you go.
Did you see the guy that died this week?
No,
I did. I saw that.
Skydiving. He, like, collided with somebody else and he fell to the fucking earth.
So I thought of my third one. My favorite author of all time is John Steinbeck, and he wrote one of my favorite books, Travels with Charlie, where he just
What was the other one he wrote?
Of
Was
Mice
Lenny?
and Men.
Yeah.
Yeah. He one of my
puppies.
one of my exactly the puppies. One of my favorite books of his is Travels with Charlie, which is one of 2 of his only nonfiction books, which is just about him. He was like 60-something years old. He got a big camper, like a big truck, and he just traveled the U.S.
With Charlie Chaplin.
with his dog Charlie.
Oh.
And it was such a cool concept. And it
would
was
have been cooler with Charlie Chaplin.
You know, he wrote about all the people he saw and people he met and everything like that. I'd love to fucking travel America and just every state and just go to the byways and the highways of this country.
I feel you on that.
I'd want to do that.
All right. I guess mine would be
You're gonna have to do that while I pee.
on a more serious note. I guess I would hope that the podcast could, like, become, like, my main source of income at some point. I think that'd be cool if we could somehow turn this into, like, a mainstream thing. Like, I don't really plan on abandoning the podcast at all. So, like, I'm kind of like, regardless of whether or not people are listening, I'll still be doing the podcast. So, like, I would like for it to grow. It's incredible that it's grown to, like, when we were hoping that 100 people would listen a week to now where we're having, like, 3,000 and 4,000, 5,000 people listen a week. That blows my mind, and I would love for it to go to more than that. Like, I would just like what Adam Carolla kind of does with his podcast, where he just turned it into like a radio station basically. I would love that to eventually turn into a thing, and that would be one. Obviously, meeting O.J. Simpson would be another thing that I want to do, and then
So we can kill you?
no, so I could tell him that we're best buds, and he could probably be a podcast co-host at some point. Like I would love it to be like the Alex, Chris, Robert, and OJ show. Like that, I think this needs a 4th guy, and OJ would be perfect. Okay. And then the other one would probably be to celebrate a Super Bowl championship with my favorite football team, the New York Football Giants. So ideally when we win our next one, like probably next year, I would assume. Hopefully, at least. Like I would say within the next 3 years.
Before Eli dries up, because that motherfucker's getting old.
Hey, your boy
Yeah, my
Romo,
quarterback is
how
nice
he?
and young. My quarterback is nice and young, fucker. We got a quarterback for the goddamn future. Go ahead.
That's dope.
Go ahead.
So is Eli. I don't know if you know
Who's
this.
y'all's? What do y'all like? What if Eli would have?
Davis Webb, bro.
Davis Webb?
We just drafted him.
Who?
Just drafted
From
him.
where?
From Cal.
Okay.
He's the exact same style quarterback as Eli. Like, just get ready, bro. Like, Giants are not. They're gonna be. They're gonna.
He doesn't know how to breathe with his mouth closed either.
Well, I mean, he breathes with his nose actually,
okay.
which is way different. I'm not used to that, but like when Eli wins his 3rd, I would just like to get to celebrate that with them. So,
you really
like,
think Eli can win a 3rd?
I do. I'm pretty confident that he will.
We can't get into this because I got.
No, I know we can't,
Let's
but
hurry up and wrap this up.
I'm very confident in my team right now.
Okay.
At this, although I did talk to Lance and I asked him who's going to win the most out of the Cowboys and the Giants, did not go with the Giants, but Lance might not always be right. I'm just saying.
The NFL expert, the only one who I've had on this
Hey,
podcast.
Mel
he might not be
Kiper.
right.
Mel Kiper's an NFL expert, is he not? All right. Our next question comes from Blake Mitchum. He says, if you kiss a frog to make a prince, what do you kiss to make a Nancy Grace? I would say a pile of shit. A pile of shit. What would you say, Chris?
You kiss a frog to make a princess.
So would you a frog to make a prince would?
I mean, think about it. If a princess or if a frog which is ugly gives you a princess which is pretty, then you kiss a model which is pretty to give you Nancy Grace which is ugly. Simple math.
I think a pile of shit or a pug. Ideally a pile of pug shit would probably be the most
right,
like
Robert,
Nancy
what do you
Grace
think?
looking like kind of thing out of all of that.
I'm gonna side with you, Chris.
Oh, okay. Just go against Alex. That's cool. Whatever.
Thanks.
Whatever.
Thanks, bud. Minorities sticking together. Air 5. Boom.
Racist.
What's
All right.
next?
Austin Raymer says eyebrows. Face sweatbands.
Face sweatbands? I don't follow.
I think that's actually not a bad, like, a pretty solid observation. When you sweat, it doesn't go right into your eyes. Your eyebrows are there to just kind of, you know, like
more
take
your
the blow.
eyelashes, though.
No, because it's got to go through the eyebrows, though. Like, if
get
it
it.
gets to the eyelashes, it's already gone through the eyebrows, which they
So
act
it's
as a filter.
It's like the eyelashes are
It's
the
like, you know,
linebackers.
when you see those basketball players pour water on their
Well,
face,
hold on.
like,
The
it doesn't
eyelashes
go all the way through.
The eyelashes are the linebackers. The eyelashes are the safeties, whereas the eyelashes are like the last line of defense.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I
So
like
if
that.
they get through the eyelashes, then, you know, that's why I always
eyebrows
hated,
are the sweatbands.
I always hated playing safety. That's why I played in high school because, somebody got a pass deep. You know what I mean? And for completion for 30 yards or something, blame the safety because why did it get past the safety? Motherfucker, why did it get past the linebackers or why did it get past the linemen? Why were we all...
Maybe you'll pass. I don't know.
Anyways, go ahead. Next
So,
question.
yeah, I would say they are definitely face sweatbands. That's a very good observation, Austin. Jackson Mills writes in and says, welcome to the podcast, Jackson Mills. He says, do you need a restraining order?
Whoa, hang on. Breaking Big Brother news.
Tell it.
Paul self-evicted.
No, he didn't.
Paul self-evicted.
Fuck it. Let me see it.
Psych. See how
and,
worried he got?
No, I wasn't worried at all.
Go
I
ahead.
was just like,
I'm
whatever.
sorry I interrupted.
Jackson Mills says, do you need a restraining order filed against you before you can call yourself a number one fan? Now, Rob Kardashian did just get a
How do we
restraining
not
order
talk about
filed.
Rob Kardashian and the Comeback Kid? Did anybody not want to see Black China's boobies?
I didn't really.
Like the only person like, nudes of this celebrity were leaked. And I see it's like a Black China. I'm like, okay, ugh, gross. How
I'm
about
going to go look at Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
go
gonna
check that out.
Give me Lena Dunham before you give me fucking Black
I've already
China.
seen too much of her.
But anyway, yeah, no, Black China, grody.
So,
I
like,
appreciate the nip
friend of the podcast, obviously.
nip piercings. I appreciate.
Patriot of the podcast, Rod Ryan, and host of the Rod Ryan Show that employs me and helps me pay my bills. He was talking about it on the show this morning, and he was saying, I just don't understand how she's able to say that he was doing bad things to her when she liked all of the posts. And she did like all of the posts. Because she did go and like every single one. So, like, how do you say, like, she wasn't into it? Like, I'd be like, she fucking seemed like she was digging it.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't think you need to be, like, getting a restraining order filed against you to be a number one fan necessarily. Like, I would say you can be a number one fan.
Did Stan
without
Did Eminem have a restraining order against Stan? Because
I don't know.
I know for a fact that Stan was Eminem's number one fan, and if he didn't have a restraining order, which I don't think he did, then
We'll have to look into that.
We'll
But
have to
yeah,
look into that.
let's go on that. We're gonna have to come back to that. And
I read
answer.
about your Uncle Ronnie too. I'm sorry. I had
There's
a
a whole
friend kill
song written
himself
about
over
it.
some bitch
Whole
who didn't
song.
want him. I love that fucking song.
And yeah, so
A lot of talk lately about Jay-Z being the best rapper like ever.
dude, his new album or his new fucking thing is an album.
It's fire?
It's an album. It's like I don't want to be white guy.
It can't be better.
No,
to
but
me,
I don't want to be white guy being like I feel woke saying that, but like
To me, the best-
And I know like it's a joke me saying it because I'm a white dude, but like fuck, dude, Like I felt like I learned a lot about like black culture in today's society from listening to Jay-Z. You know, because honestly, I'm not trying to sound like stupid. I'm not trying to.
Jay-Z is in touch with real black culture in America? Jay-Z's a fucking billionaire.
Just listen to first off, listen to the album. But I'm like, how many rap songs can you decipher by just listening to them nowadays?
What do you mean?
How many times do you listen to a rap song?
Oh, they all sound the same these days.
Oh, I know exactly. Like with Jay-Z's album, you can tell exactly what he's talking about. It's fucking like intelligent. It's like there's a lot of intellect into it. So I feel like he did a good job. I'm not saying that like I'm 100% up to date on all of that shit.
Yeah.
But like I was like, fuck, dude, that does, yeah. Fuck, you're right. That makes a lot of sense.
There's gonna be some super
young people
biased...
making money don't need to go blow their money in a strip club. They should invest their money like you're telling them that they should. Like fucking, he gets it.
Yeah.
He's fucking
this
bid for that shit.
This is some bias on my part, but because I grew up listening to it every single day. But the best rap album, like track for track, each track is just straight up fucking fire. Is Lil Wayne's The Carter One.
What was in that?
What's that?
What was in that?
Go DJ, Birdman Jr., I Miss My Dogs.
What had Lollipop? What was Lollipop?
That was Carter 3. That was shit.
What else was in Carter 3?
Carter 3 was A Milli.
Dude, that was my jam, dude.
Dude, Carter 3 was garbage. Carter 2 and Carter 1. You got to listen to the first Carter.
I listened to all the Carters. I have all of them.
Fantastic. The Carter 1 is gold. Especially Birdman Jr., the song BMJR.
Boomjur.
Fucking fire.
All right.
He kills it. And you have to know, I don't know if this is the case with Jay-Z. It used to be the case with Jay-Z, but I don't know for this album. For at least the first two Carters. The first Carter for sure, but half of the second Carter, all of that was coming off the top of his fucking dome. Like, just the top of his head. He wasn't writing anything down.
All of Lil Wayne's mixtapes were dope.
All of Lil Wayne's mixtapes
No Ceilings was my favorite one.
I mean, No Ceilings, The Drought 3, Dedication. Lil Wayne and Eminem, two favorite rappers. You can't...
I don't disagree with you on those. Those are probably two of mine.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, Jay-Z's new album, like... I'm not a big rap guy.
I'll put Kanye West as number 3 as my favorite.
I'm not a big rap guy at all.
I'm not a big rap guy.
I was really into Kendrick Lamar's new shit, and I'm really into like I really liked Jay-Z's new shit.
This is 2 hours. We gotta get going.
All right, our final question comes from Darren Hemel, and he says, "Great white sharks, racist."
I was thinking about that the other day.
Very racist. That's about that's we get on to the KKK about being white supremacists, but like, is great white shark not the most white supremacist name of an animal you could ever think of?
That's pretty racist.
Like the whitest abominable snowman would be like a worse one, but like great white shark is pretty much the KKK of animals if you think about it. So yeah, I would say, Darren, that's your.
I mean, I get like, do they have to call it great?
Yeah.
Can't it just be white
shark?
Why
does it gotta be white? Why not just a shark?
Be
why not just a shark? Where's the black shark? Do we have black sharks?
And fucking Shamu.
We probably do.
They don't call that the great black shark.
Yeah,
or the great white whale.
They call them black fish, and they're not even fish. They're whales.
It's awful.
I mean, honestly,
it's awful.
Like you think the human kingdom is where the racism is. I think the animal kingdom is really what we gotta focus on.
Lena Dunham, I apologize. We need your social justice warrior-ness in this world. We need people like Lena Dunham.
No, we don't.
To combat this kind of racism.
I'm telling you, we need a plague. We need Lena Dunham to be one of the first people to catch that, and then we need to get wiped out. But until next week, motherfuckers, I am at Alex J. Middleton. Chris is at Real Chris Hogan. Bobby Jokes is at Robert Barbosa 03, and we are at Passigary Podcast, or at Passigary Pod on Twitter. Email us your questions for the answer segment, answers@passigarypod.com. Go buy your shit at passigarymerch.com, and go review us on the iTunes. Give us 5 stars, please, and just roast us. We'll read them all when we get a lot of them, and it'll be a lot of fun. And Chris has to get out of here, so he's bitching, but you know that's typical. That's on par for Chris right now. That's mostly what Chris does.
What an asshole!
That's
I got
Chris's
here. What time did I get here, Alex? I got here at 1 o'clock. I've been here for 4 fucking hours. So fuck you, whore.
Well, I'm trying to play music out, but it's not playing, so fuck me, right?
You're gonna
so we're just bullshitting right now, I guess, until the fucking music plays. God damn it, right?
What inspirational thing do you have to say this week, Chris?
What inspirational thing?
Yes.
Seriously, man, Alex is gonna make fun of me, but a guy I work with died this week.
No, I'm not making fun of you.
So
that's
please,
a fucking horrible thing.
It is a horrible thing, and it's more horrible that his 12-year-old son is growing up now without a
That's awful.
I
dude.
wouldn't wish that upon anybody. So my inspirational thing is before you, and this has nothing to do with you, Alex. I swear to God, I was thinking about this all weekend. before you get mad at something, take a step back and ask yourself, is it really worth getting mad? Is it really worth it? Is it? Because I got into a stupid argument with Matt Patrick, and I regret it so much now. Now that he's
I gained a lot of respect for you for like being that like.
Honest to God, there was a moment at work it was his last day, and I knew it was his last day. But he was walking down the hallway. I didn't say anything to him. He didn't really say anything to me. I was so close to just stopping him and saying, you know.
You wish you had.
I wish to God I had. I wish to God I had said, you taught me a lot about radio. I did your show for 2 years, and it was a good time. You made waking up and being at work at 4 a.m. fun. And I wish I had, but I didn't. You know, you never know when somebody's going to die. You never do. You never do. So, and I thought that the stupid argument that he and I had was so important at the time. I remember arguing to Alex about it, saying, "Can you believe what this guy did?" But it's not. It's simply not.
Well, that's part of you becoming a man right now, like growing up as an adult, turning like being like, you know what, that was the wrong thing for me to do.
Just,
and it takes a man to say that you were in the wrong spot, and a lot of people don't say that, and a lot of people would never own up to that. So good for you, buddy.
Realize what's really important is all I got to say.
I feel you. And hey, thank you guys so much for listening. Please share with a friend and tell them that you're not black, you're OJ. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna.
You're really ending with this.
I'm not gonna end it with that.
But the song
like,
with the most N-words in it.
No, but like some real shit though that you talked about. Like just fucking cherish your shit. Tell the people you like that tell the people you love that you love them.
Great girlfriend.
Call
Alex.
your parents. Tell them you love them. Tell your girlfriend you love her.
Tell
your boyfriend you love her or you love him. Whatever. And
we live in
listen
America.
to us every week. Well, yeah, we listen to the we can watch Big Brother whenever we fucking want.
Yeah, man.
But go out this week. You guys have a great week and pass the gravy, bitches.
Light nigga, dog nigga, faux nigga.